All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if I sound good audio audio wise, if you could hit that number 1, that would be great. And if you can hear me and I sound good audio wise, Rookie, Greg, Trucking, Compound, Kevin, Hoover, Valerie, John, Greg. Perfect. Thank you, everybody. All right, very quickly, for those of you that watch us in the archive, first off, thank you very much. But also, just to be very upfront with you, this is completely viewer supported, no sponsorships, anything like that. So if you want to help the stream continue to have something to watch in the archive, got to use code CLAY, all caps. That is case sensitive. So CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I use, I love, I recommend Take Profit Trader. But I understand everybody's got different goals. Everybody's at different spots in their journey. So if you use any of these prop firms, and like I said, you want to save yourself some money, whatever the promotions are at any of these prop firms, then code CLAY will give you that promotion. So save yourself some money and at the same time help support something that you want to continue to watch. So for everybody that has used code CLAY, you're making a difference. You are the reason why I'm still here day in and day out, because it makes sense for me to be here. No pun intended, but kind of pun intended, I guess. Anyways, thank everybody for being here in the archive, and I appreciate it. All right, now I still don't know if that's worth it for the people that watch it in the archive, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep at it for now. Well, officially, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, June 24th. The year is 2026, and we have had another crazy day. Big swings, big y-axis over here, the distance between these numbers, that's 50 points. So some of you just look at the ATR. So big ATR. And I must say, I kind of nailed it. I've kind of nailed it today. And I'm going to document the calls that I made. So none of this is like hindsight with the private community. And also, I guess, I mean, it's not really to toot my own horn, but it is to create like a little miniature ad. See if a little advertisement for the private community that I have, because I mean, yeah, it was this yellow line here treated us, or at least treated me well. I don't know if any other members took any trades based off that yellow line, but I did, and I'm very happy with my day. So there will be no talk at 11 a.m. thankfully, because usually when we have to have a talk at 11, that means something is kind of, there's a learning lesson, and usually the learning lessons are something at my expense. So nothing to really, we don't need to have any talks. It's been a good day. So hopefully it's been a good day so far for all of you. But can it continue to be a good day? That is where we have now moved into. And this action here has been, like I said, if you are not careful with position size on a day like today, you probably either made an unexpected big amount of money. Whoa, how did I make that much? Or else you heard the dreaded sounds of when your account has been cooked. But yeah, today is definitely one of those days where position size always matters, but today there's very little wiggle room for position size mistakes. Morning, Clay, first Eva. Yeah, I saw that, Johnny. Congrats, man. That's great. But how are all your days going so far? Terrible, great, green, red, best day ever, worst day ever, blew an account, passed an account, qualified for a payout. Where are all your days at so far? Oh, and I want to start saying this too. I want to get back at it. But if you've been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, friendly reminder, please hit that like button. It helps. It makes a difference. So for all of you that are here day in and day out, I appreciate you. But if you want to just, help out in a very, very straightforward way, hitting that like button does indeed make a difference. Net knob is green. Reset an account. I saw that, Krager. Terrible. A pro and eval smoked. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Mitt. But yeah, on a day like today, like I said, I don't know if I'm quite there yet, but I'm getting very close to calling this one of those days where if you have not cooked an account, you are the exception and not the rule. That's how kind of wild today has been. Some big swings. What is no, not at all, Compound. It is open to, it is open to everybody, assuming you're willing to pay what I would say is a very, very fair amount. Given a lot of people charge like $100 a month, and mine is $100 for 3 months, so it breaks down to $8.25 per. But there you go. Like I said, everybody is welcome to join. Granted, willing to pay. 1970 out. 1970 payout number. Good job, Greg. Green for Jocko. Ninja, very good. Yeah, first hit. I mean, even now, this move here, this breakout, so this started here at 725. We're now up to 850. So just to keep the math easy, we're at about 40-point move here. 140 points right here. Hey, good morning, HR. Hey, good morning, Mahis. I'm sorry if I mispronounced. I'll call you Mr. Watkins. Good morning, Mr. Watkins. Going pretty good. Unkillable. Hey, good morning, Raspberry. Low dots. Good morning. Today is a day where 5 MNQ, probably too many. Probably too many. In fact, let's just start with 3. Because these moves are no joke. They are no joke, and they can make it. On days like today, if your position size is off, you're either probably going to be smiling or you're going to be crying, and not tears of joy. Hey, good morning, Timbo. Crazy today, definitely sized down. Yep. Had my largest trade ever on accident on a new pass funded. Thought it was 4 micros and it was 4 minis, and went to the bathroom, came back and was up 4,800. Then got. Whoa. With who? Is that with Take Profit Trader? Hey, good morning, Renee. Hey, Renee. Been a while since I've seen you. I got 2 pros today. Nice. Another 600 on those 2 tests from copying. Very good, Evil. Okay, so that puts you in the buffer then. You have hit, or unless you're already, no, but you said a new. So that put you up over the buffer then, just like that, huh, James? What account is it, a 50K? Yeah, oh my goodness. So what is that? 2,800 bucks? 2,800, and you get to keep 80% of that. 20. Wow. Well, I don't know how many cooked accounts you've had to get to that point, but you just paid for a lot of them. You just recouped the cost on a lot of them. Yeah, Johnny, in a single day, 10,000. So if with Take Profit Trader, the most you can make in a pro account in a day is 10,000, but you can also have 5 accounts. So pretty much $50,000 is the limit per day. And as I tell people, if you're like, wait, what? I'm only limited at $50,000 per day. Okay, brother, let's all. What are you talking about? I'm glad that worked out that way. I'm investing in more toilet paper. Yeah, you probably went through quite a bit when you came back and saw that. Wow. But that's I would assume you're done with that account today, James. Yeah, I've never made $10,000 in a day before. I know, according to some, that makes me a loser. It makes me like the scum of the earth. I know. In this social media generation, the fact that I have not had a $10,000 day makes me a pretty terrible person and pretty terrible trader. I know, but I mean, what are we even talking about, folks? You may be corrupted by social media if you think you've got to make $10,000 in a day in order to make worthwhile money. You again. I can't say for sure, but I'm going to throw out, I have a sneaky suspicion that you may have been corrupted and had reality warped by social media if you're like, you've never made $10,000 in a day before? What a loser. So I assume you're taking that payout tonight, James. Hey, Kevin from Lakeland. Good to see you. All right, I am interested in a long if it wants to pull back to this pink line here. 200 period at simple moving average. We are approaching the overnight high. So maybe kind of sort of thinking about it minorly, a short up around that area. Well, that's fantastic, James. Good for you. Dang. especially on a trade like that. That was a code Clay account too, right, James? Right. All caps code Clay. That's probably why that happened because you use code Clay. That's the rumor on the street. If you use code Clay, it's like guaranteed to make trades like that, even if they're by accidents. Yeah. Well, see. All kidding aside. Well, do I even really need to say all kidding aside? Hopefully that's obvious. Wait, what? Code Clay's magical? Huh? But yes, given this is the internet and given I've seen how bad some people's sarcasm radars are, probably did need to clarify that was just a joke. No, that's not how it works. If you use code Clay, I don't get any of your actual profits. So no, I'm not getting paid via any of his huge trade today. Yeah, no, not that code. Now, had you typed Clay in all caps, then yes, but no, I did not verify that because it is case sensitive. Low dots. Crazy how someone working for unlimited complains about. Yeah, exactly, Raspberry. Some people, it's just so. But Clay, you only get to keep 80% of it. Okay, well, let's just do some math real quick. With Take Profit Trader, the limit is $10,000 a day per account. But that is payout wise. They do keep, so you keep 80%. So that's $8,000. But you can have up to 5 accounts. So if you did that, and we got to multiply that now by 5, if you are complaining about only being able to make $40,000 a day, and let's multiply that by 5 days in a week, you're complaining about only being able to make $200,000 per week. Let's multiply that by 4 for the month. If you're complaining about only being able to make $800,000 per month, and let's just multiply that times 12 for the year. If you're complaining about only being able to make $9.6 million per year, I'm not sure. You may or may not have been. I think you've been corrupted by social media. That's just, that's my opinion. I think you may have been corrupted by social media if you're complaining about this limits me to $9.6 million per year. If you're calling that peasant money, if you're like, well, then Take Profit Trader, they're not, what a scam that prop firm is. You may be a little detached from reality. I'm not going to say that for sure, but I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there as a possibility. Well, yes, James. That's not how well, first off, James, I don't think anybody's ever going to make $40,000 every single day for the entire year. So, I mean, I was exaggerating a little bit. I was taking a little bit of leeway in my calculations. I'll put it that way. But yes, they would move you to Pro Plus at some point during that journey. Well, actually, at that point, then it's unlimited in a day. You can make as much as you want in a single day in Pro Plus. And you get to keep 90% instead of 80. So actually, if they moved you to the live account, AK Pro Plus, those numbers would have gotten, I mean, in theory, unlimited. Right. And when they do that, James, then you could have made, with my kind of favorable calculations, then the sky's the limit. Thank you, Compound. Exactly. Hey, good morning, Malt Winter. But yes, the people that, I can't believe they have a payout cap of 10,000. It's like, okay, dude. As if they, routinely make $10,000 every day. And maybe you do, but if you're that good, like I said, just get 5 accounts, copy trade them, and let the numbers add up. Well, I was hoping for a long at the pink line, and this thing decided to be a dirty dog and pull all the way back, but not quite to where I wanted. Now I'm not as interested. Because if I'm able to buy here, what does that imply? That implies this current green candle has failed. I don't know if I'm really wanting to buy after a failed green candle right here. Just buy a Porsche and live in it. That's true. If I had to do something like that, I'd have to buy with 6 kids, I need a vehicle with at least 8 seats. Porsche, As far as unless Porsche, do they make like vans or like SUVs with 8 seats? Because I need 8 seats. So the Porsche thing does not work. Unless Porsche makes vans or like SUVs. Yeah, exactly, Compound. Get the mystery machine. What's the mystery machine? I'm not a car guy, so if the mystery machine is something, I don't get it. All right, well, we had to. That's annoying. That is annoying. So I had like the miniature bull flag here. For those of you that are maybe just getting logged on, I was talking about how I like the long at the pink line, and this is where broad statements are just not good enough. Because yes, I was right. Pull back, and then it's bouncing back up. But I was wrong with the details. Broad statement, I was correct. Details wrong. What detail did I get incorrect? Well, my entry point was just a little slightly off, but unfortunately, that's all it takes. Is slightly off is enough to just, in this situation, I was right broadly speaking, but I'm not making any money, even though I was right broadly speaking. Which is why all the, we'll buy the dip, trade the range. It's like, okay, yeah, trade the trend. It's like, yeah, cool, but those are just broad statements. When you get down to the nitty gritty, you got to get the details right too. The van in Scooby-Doo. Oh, yeah. Scooby-Doo, I remember watching, I think it was a little before my time, but I do remember watching it a little bit. Now, if you had said the party bus, I'd be like, oh, Ninja Turtles. Okay, here we go. Maybe a short here, given that we are at the overnight high. I guess it did technically already tap it once. Okay, I'm short. A little scalpy scalp there. Just touch the waters. Might try it again. Okay, I'm going to get short if it comes back down. I am short. Come on, reject off that overnight high. I am short. Come on. Reject. Come on. Come on down. Little scalpy scalp there. Take it. Might be trying again here. Hey, Sugar's here. Maybe another short. As of now, this overnight high is kind of like I picture this like a mud pit. The bulls are running, and then all of a sudden they're struggling. Doesn't mean they can't work their way through the mud pit, but in my mind, it makes sense why the bulls, if we envision the price as bulls stampeding, why they're starting, their hooves are getting kind of stuck in the mud a little bit. But to be fair, maybe these are very strong bulls and they'll eventually be able to work their way through the mud. But I've seen it many times where the bulls, in their struggle to get through the mud, they exhaust themselves and they keel over. And then that's where the shorts are there to feast on those ribeye steaks. So again, I'm a child. I realize that does not make me sound like the most, like I could have used way different terms to maybe describe this that make me sound highly educated. But because I'm a child at heart and I'm an idiot, I have to think through things like a child would. So yes, there's where I go to bulls and a mud pit. I don't know. But that's how I envision this. The bulls are in some mud right now. Can they push through? Are they going to exhaust themselves out and then have it come back down? Clay, that's technically called the insert 37-syllable word in combination with the insert 45-syllable word. And then you have to keep an eye on insert 48-syllable word. Like, okay, sorry, you're smart. You're smart. I'm not. Hey, Vat One. All right, I'm going to try the mud again. Uh-oh. I think the mud's winning. Now, depending on your strategy, Scalpy Scalpers, the mud has already won. Now, if you're letting the thing work for you some more, they got exhausted. That was some deep mud. See, we have to keep in mind that maybe this, like, it's barely pulled back. Yeah, but on a day like today with points, I mean, if we just call this, 900 here, and right now it's right. Yeah, I mean, we're at a 35-point pullback. Think about that, a 35-point pullback, and it doesn't even look like that big of a candle. But this small pullback is already 35 points. Again, which is why position size matters on days like today. Hey, AMS. Yeah, Homer, crazy day. I think a lot of cooked accounts. Look at that. The mud has won out. The bulls exhausted themselves. I am still interested in a long down here. I would say this. What do bulls eat? Hay? Grass? This is the open meadow where the bulls can come down and rejuvenate. Kind of maybe get another attempt of strength. So this is like the open prairie down here with some nice healthy organic grass and hay that they can eat. This is what do we call this? This is we call this, and this is where they like fertilize the lawn. So like this is like BS trading. There we go. What strategy? I use BS concepts. All right. Let's see if it wants to keep pulling back here or not. And in all actuality, all trading, not all of it, but a vast majority of trading is just trying to find the mud puddles, right? Try to find mud puddles. And bears can get stuck in the mud too. That's essentially what this is. Trading is, a lot of it is just identify the mud puddles. Hey JP, hey Big Mama's back. We were talking about yesterday, Big Mama. We had the whole crew here. Big Mama was here, or I'm sorry, Big Mama was not here, but Blueberry was here, Sugar was here. Gold moving toward 4,000. Yeah, gold, last I checked, was getting destroyed. Oh, wow. Quite the bounce. But yeah, it is rolling back over. Yeah, I mean, yeah, BS concepts. That's right. Hey, Clay, I found your channel recently and it's a good stream. I enjoy your humor. What would you say is kind of your strategy in a nutshell? I just call it the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. So I'm just trying to use some trend lines, candlesticks, moving averages, and just find situations where, okay, if I'm wrong here, it's not going to be too bad. But if I'm right, it's going to be really good. In other words, trying to find favorable risk versus reward scenarios. Because I don't have any fancy terminology, Kyle, because I am a dented baboon. So I'm very stupid, so I have to keep it simple for myself. Yeah, oil, at least it was for a moment. Down below. No, okay. Actually, I don't want to go that. I don't want to go down that road. But oil less than $70 a barrel. Yeah, I mean, depends on how you define scalper. Like, yes, if I am in a trade for more than 10 minutes, it might as well be a long-term investment in my mind. But yes, I still parse it out. Sometimes I would call it a scalpy trade. Other times it's not a scalp because in theory, I could be in the trade for 3 hours. Because in theory, if the thing continues to work in my favor, I'll just move my stop loss down in its favor. Now, I've never had one that's kept me in the trade 4 hours, but some strategies I am willing. I am open to the fact of being in the trade for hours on end. Because if I'm in a trade for hours on end, that means that the thing has continued to move in my favor and I'm doing very well. Hey, Alan. I've been trading with two per last one. Will I still have the second account? I'm not. I don't think I understand your question. Because earlier you said I lost one of the two, and then you said, "Will I still have the second account to trade?" Well, assuming I understand what you're saying, no, because you lost it. But maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying there, Alan. But based on what you've said, no, you will not, because from what you told me, you lost. I lost one of the two today. However, the other one is green. Well, I still have the second account to. Oh, you mean the one that is green? Well, yeah, yeah, because you didn't lose that one, right? Hey, Skinzo, yeah, hit that like button. I've noticed he also sounds good. Yes, yeah. Rich Wright. Well, good to have you here, sir. Never, always good to see new faces. Welcome aboard, Rich Wright. Yeah, yeah, Alan. I would assume that you'd have the green one. I mean, I guess in theory, I'm missing something, but I mean, if you have, if your one account is green, I would assume you would still have it. Okay, here we go with maybe. I kind of like down there better, especially this. Oh, Duck Soul. Okay, look at the 5 minute. So much stuff down there that could potentially provide some support. Again, none of that guarantees anything. All right, I like it. I'm gonna go a little bit big. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That I'm 35. No, I watched that happen too. That was a glitch. That was not me. Okay, here we go. Looking to get long at the green line on this pullback here. Look at that. The mud. Those bulls exhaust themselves big time. You're welcome, Alan. Yeah, and congrats on your. Well, sorry to hear you lost one of them, but hopefully you're doing the racehorse model in the background too, Alan, just to keep a stable full. Well, that is the one downside. The 5 minute, as I showed, had so many different areas. It's like, okay, which one do I pick? And as of right now, well, I am doing this for marketing purposes. I will say, I chose a yellow line for marketing purposes. I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. Because this yellow line has been very, very good to me and members of the private community today. Hey, good morning, Eddie. Man, if this thing just completely slowly rolls all the way back over, it is going to cook so many longs because this is right now. This looks good from at least for me, from a bullish standpoint. But just because it looks good doesn't mean it'll stay looking good. All right, well, pink line. Remember, that's what I originally said. Called this the little horse meadow, or the not the horse meadow, the like prairie where the bulls are going to get rejuvenated. See if they're eating some organic grass or not. Good morning, Clay. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? I'm still in heaven right now. Isn't that crazy, Krista? That's crazy. That's a good pickup line though. If I was not married, I'd be ready for a date right now. With a pickup line like that, I would be hook, line, and sinker. Ugh. I want to get long here, but it's one of those things where I don't know. As soon as I get long, is it gonna? I'm entry to get long at that green line. I'm gonna stick with my cojones. It's true. It does say it on my shirt. Okay, here we go. Maybe kinda. If that green line right there turns blue, I'm in. Some dude got stabbed to death in this little Asian town overnight. I am long. Out there for the scalpy scalp? Oh, okay. So you drove. Okay, that seemed very random, but now that makes a little more sense. Well, that's kind of crazy. Where do you live? Oh, you're in Indonesia? I don't know if I knew that or not. Don't you have like massive snakes there? Isn't that where like you got like Burmese python, or is that? Don't you guys have Burmese like pythons and all that sort of stuff over there? Okay, this is how. Okay, this is me being a very not arrogant, ignorant. Like when I hear Indonesia, I just assume that right now you're in a hut surrounded by massive snakes that want to eat you. Is that how it works in Indonesia? It's probably not, but that is where my mind goes to. Like a lot of people mind, if you say you live in Iowa, they're like, oh, so you're standing in the middle of a cornfield right now. Like that's what people do with Iowa. But but that is what I do with Indonesia. You are in the jungle with a mosquito net around you, and you are fighting off massive man-eating snakes. That is a different Jimbo. Burmese pythons are in Burma. That makes sense. Yes, everybody stereotypes. Stereotyping is just pattern recognition. That's all. When we notice the same things over and over and over again, we just start to jump to conclusions, right? We're very eccentric. Pattern eccentric. I don't think that's a word. Eccentric, I think. Creatures. Indiana is just one large gas station. That's what your mind goes to when you hear Indiana. Dang. Okay, yellow line once again delivers. Okay. So very quickly, this yellow line here has been amazing for myself, and I hope some members in the community. So how so? Well, I don't want to just be like, trust me, bro. So here is the private community this morning. So right here, this was posted for the private community right here at 9:17 a.m. NQ back test and go via short side. So again, is the chat room or is my private community video? Is it live stream? It's not. But I would assume like people can connect the dots on what I'm thinking here. If you cannot connect the dots on what I'm thinking here, I'm not sure. I don't know what to tell you. So there's the first time that yellow line right there was suggested. Back test to the downside. You'll see that this AM right there came up, hit that level right there, and then a beautiful rollover. Sure, that candle was crazy, but before that happened, there was over a 100-point rollover. I'm not saying anybody made 100 points. I'm not saying I made 100 points. I'm just saying there was plenty of space there for a winning trade. Okay. Then, right here, later on, same exact yellow line after the big green candle. Back test and go. Just on the other side of things, though. So the first one was like a short. Now I'm thinking, okay, again, if you cannot tell what I'm trying to illustrate here, then I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. It's amazing how many people won't join. Wait, it's not video, Clay. It's not video. It's like, what? You can't look at pictures, you dent. So, anyways, right there, yellow line. And then right here, pulled back, right there. Now it looks bad, but you have to keep in mind, came back here, and this is where I caught another trade. Hit that yellow line at 55, bounced 50 points. Once again, a 50-point bounce. That's kind of like a lot of room to take advantage of a move. 50 points. And then, yes, it did dump back down, but right there was another beautiful bounce off that area. And then as we just saw right there on that trade, and I kind of botched it up because I took the scalp. Look at this. I moved down here again. I took that trade for a scalp, but if you took it and you're holding, look at that yellow line again. So there we are. That is the power of that yellow line today. That is pretty much what my day revolved around. And hopefully some of you members here, or some of you here that are members of the private community, also took advantage of it. You took the double bottom alert? Oh, yeah. Well, I don't remember. Yeah, right here. It's kind of hard to see, but you're right, Richie. When it came down here, had a double bottom. This did bounce, you know, I don't know, like 30, 40 points. Again, very volatile day. So a lot of, you look at the chart and you can be like, dude, it barely moved. It's like, nah, no, that's not true. If you can get stopped out 8 times on New York Open and make nothing, you're a champion. Well, I guess that depends on where you're getting stopped out at. Are you getting stopped out at in the profit or like getting stopped out in the red? But anyway, so that was essentially kind of the essence of my day right there. But thankfully, we don't need to have any talks like we had the first couple of days, because when we have to talk, as you longer time members know, that's where things are like, uh-oh. But yeah, I like to have the talks because in my mind, there's some things to, I don't know about necessarily learn, but for some of you, maybe just be reminded of things. All right. Well, if this thing comes back down, I think I want to try another long down here. We'll see what happens. Yeah, again, congrats. Here, and what? I'll just put the explanation in for anybody that's interested in joining. There you go. Private community right there. You can learn more about right there. Yeah. Okay, all right. Here we go. Maybe. Oh, no, you're supposed to come down a little bit more. And what are the yellow lines? Oh, Zokru. I can't reveal all my secrets, brother. I can't reveal all my secrets. They come from the fancy indicator known as the Arctic Wolf Baboon. I do sell that indicator, though, for 77 cents. So if anybody's interested in the Arctic Wolf Baboon indicator, just let me know. 77 cents. And by cents, I mean rupees. It's 77 cents of rupees. Can I get 2, please? Well, you're in luck. It's buy 2, get 7 free. Five-minute looking very interesting. Probably call these spinning tops. I guess you could still call them hammer or doji. No need to get too much into a fist fight, but a lot of back and forth action right now, right at this area. So maybe this pullback is kind of finally run out of steam. Can I pick it up at Walmart? No, only Temu. No, that guy screwed me over. That group started in 2013. It is my contention he stole the name from me. Oh my goodness, Greg is not joking around today. Thank you, sir. That's crazy. Thank you, man. You guys better be hitting the like on that one. In fact, if that super chat does not get 10 likes, I'm ending it right now. I'm ending the live stream right now, unless that thing gets 10 likes. I mean, and 10 likes is like embarrassingly low. Okay, we're at 5 likes. Only 5. All right, I guess I got to wrap it up then. That's crazy. There's no way that thing. Okay, 21. There we go. I guess there's a little delay. A lot of YouTube chatter about Sailor being in big trouble. Well, I mean, the only reason why I'm giving this any thought at all, Ty, is because it's coming from you. But, like, at the same time, it is still, like, it's YouTube chatter. A lot of YouTube chatter. Yeah, there's a lot of YouTube chatter about a lot of stuff. Where's Bitcoin at? Is Bitcoin down? Oh my goodness! What is going on? JJ says, oh yeah, Greg? Hit the like button on JJ's. What are we doing here? Holy smokes. Oh, Duck Soul. Oh, yeah, okay, okay. I can't remember. What is the low? Okay, so we still have, it's not quite, so that's the area that, and this is by no means some sort of great discovery on my part, but you got to think everybody and their brother's uncle cares about 59, right? If 59 fails, then that is a new low, and and this is also low here. So it's really a question of, in my mind, how many stops are down there? How many longs of stops are down here? Maybe not a whole lot. And if there's not a whole lot, then it could very well be a fake breakdown and it heads back up. But in my mind, I don't think it's a crazy thought to think that there could be a whole lot of stops down there from longs, where if it can push down through there and trigger those stops, then you start to get the cascade effect. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, Greg. Very kind of you. Truly very kind of you. My kids will not be eating sticks of butter tonight. So that's, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Can't believe I didn't short MSTR these past few months. Well, I mean, I can't believe I didn't buy Bitcoin 20 years ago for $1 a coin. 59K is the definition of liquidity. Yeah, I mean, it's a key support. Oh, thanks, Compound. That's clever. Here's $100. Thanks, man. That was clever. If your kids are carnivore, sticks of butter is great. That is true if you're doing the keto diet. All right, well, keep me posted on Bitcoin. If we get closer to this 59,000 level today, let me know. We can maybe watch together and see if that triggers anything down there. Oh, okay. Back to... You could buy 2 steaks with that. Yeah, you mean like a half of a steak? Beef prices are nutso. All right. Yellow Line, I am going to get rid of you at this point, but thank you, brother. We've had a good run today. All right, I will be looking for a long down here though. This is the previous session close. I don't know why, but for me, it seems like the market cares about it. Of course, not perfectly, but it's one of those levels where I think it's worth at least maybe experimenting with. Where did you find $3 per pound brisket at? Like, hook me up. Kerrygold is a good choice for butter. I don't know if I've heard of that one. I cannot see it. Okay, all right. I can't talk right now. Good. Looking for a short at the red line. This was a pretty key level that's now been broken, so let's see if this former support now wants to be resistance. Oh, we are out of the range of Kroger's. I did definitely grow up with a Kroger, though, in Ohio. Now, if this is going to V-shape straight back up, I'm going to be in trouble. But V-shapes are not the norm, so I'm trying to take advantage of what is not the norm. Doesn't mean it can't happen, though. If that blue line, or if that red... Oh, come on! Are you kidding me, Clark? Are you serious, Clark? Are you serious, Clark? All right, I don't like that anymore. That was the move I was looking for. Now that it's come back up, maybe there's some bigger strength here. Yeah, see that? Dirty rat. Do you have a Costco? I do. Well, yeah, in Des Moines. In Des Moines, there's Costco. There's 2 Costcos in Des Moines area, which is about 50 minutes away from where we live. Wow. Well, I would have been fine had I been filled. I would have gotten my scalpy scalp there, but yeah. This is kind of a savage move here. So Greg and JJ, when you're super chatting $100, that is your ticket There are no rules for you. There are no rules for you. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You can lie as through your teeth by telling me that I don't look like a Greek god. I will even let that bold-faced lie hold true. Because I cannot think of anything more clear black and white lie other than, hey, Clay, you don't look like a Greek god. Like, that's... Lies can get a little gray, but that is one that's very black and white. But you know what? You guys can even say that bold-faced lie. Costco has good price for brisket and bulk meats. Well, the thing is, good prices is very relative. So, like, good prices today versus, like, a year ago in the beef department, like, it's not anymore. What then? They can say it. They can say it. They can say whatever. But here's the thing, Ty. They won't, though. They won't. They won't take advantage of things. The people that could take advantage of what I just said, they're too broke. They would never be able to do a $100 super chat. Like the trolls, that would be like, oh man, let's face it. Trolls are trolls for a reason. They're just upset at their life, right? And one of the reasons why they're upset at their life is because they're broke and live in their parents' basement. So under that pretense, no troll is going to be able to do a $100 super chat. So, exactly. Trolls definitely do not have $100. Because true trolls, I get it. Well, Clay, I like to troll around. Yeah, that's the difference between liking to joke around and just literally being a genuine troll. That's just upset at the world, blah, blah, blah. Woe is me, blah, blah, blah. The market makers are out to get me, even though there's, I don't know, probably not billions. I wonder how many, does anybody know how many traders are active on a daily basis? It's probably not even 1 million. You know what? Let's just call it 100,000. Out of the 100,000 active traders every day, yes, the market makers are out to get me. They're focusing on me. Yeah, but there's 30 other guys that are saying that. Well, those other 29 are wrong. They're focused on me. Hey, Pete. That's true. Exactly, Slow. I sang New York strip for like $10 a pound. Yeah, that just seems like such an expensive per pound of meat. Especially when you look at like chicken. Wow. Okay. Well, this is not the norm. Strong move down, followed by 3 powerful green candles right back up. Yeah. Exactly. Market makers definitely care about MNQ orders, for sure. 158. I really struggle to believe that. That is a lot of people, but who knows? Maybe I am dead wrong. Yeah, that maybe. That's got a maybe for me, Philly. 6 mil. Okay, see, now we have 6 million sounds, even that sounds high, but that sounds way more realistic than 158 million. Yeah, apparently you guys have different Googles. Okay, out of curiosity, Philly, where do you live? Compound, where do you live? How is your Google saying 9.6 and Philly's saying 158 million? Is this like a function of location or what? All right, maybe a short here. Mississippi. Agreed. 6 million seems very high in and of itself, but it's definitely more realistic in my mind than 158 million. But I do agree. 6 does seem pretty aggressive itself. Yeah, I mean, I guess, what exactly is considered an active trader? Like, how is that being defined? Fair enough. But my point is, back to what I originally was saying, let's just say for argument's sake, there's 10,000 active traders every day. The fact that you think that somehow you are the one that was selected out of 10,000 people, keep in mind that even if there was 100 people and you're like, nope, I'm the one. I'm the one the market makers picked out. Okay, well, you are banking on a 1% probability. A 1% probability, and that's only 1 out of 100. So even if when we go to, heck, even 1 out of 1,000, right? I assure you, you are not that it. You are not that person. Now they don't just randomly pick out people anyways, but even if I just conceded that that is what happens. Market makers literally have a meeting every morning and they're like, all right, we're gonna pick on Bob today. Even if that were the case, the chances that you are selected out of 100 is 1%. The chances you're selected out of 1,000, out of 10,000, come on now, brother. Maybe, just maybe, it's you. Maybe, just maybe, your strategy isn't jiving well with the market. Maybe, just maybe, you don't have a strategy. Okay, Big Mama, that sounds. But again, that's only in the United States. We're talking about worldwide, which obviously increases the numbers that much more. So for you to think that the market makers have selectively picked you for the day, does. Yeah, on that day would not be fun to be Bob. Market makers don't know or care. Right, yeah, agreed. For the record again, I do not believe that market makers have a conference call every morning and then pick out, we're going to choose Tina today. No, all I'm saying is let's just pretend that is true. That is what happens. The odds that you are the chosen one, not good. Not good. That's what I always find helpful in debates. Like, just concede as much as you can so you don't get hung up down in the weeds. So like in this situation, just concede. Okay, fine, that's true. That's true. Market makers decide every morning they randomly select somebody. Just like, okay, fine. What are the odds of that? What are the odds you're the one? Not good. Market makers pay main sheep to form a narrative and get the sheep to sell or buy. Incorrect. You think market makers have way more power than they actually do. James, yeah. Can't get stop hunted if you don't put a stop. I mean, that's kind of flawless logic. That is true. All right, I am going to try a short up here. Stop right there. So looking to get short at the red line. Stop is at the green line. I don't know if this is some kind of new little range, but I don't think I'm too crazy to think this general area might be a top of a early forming range. Again, just generally speaking, if you are of the camp that market makers control the market, my question to you would be then how have market makers over the course of history gone bankrupt, have gone out of business? Market maker firms, they do capitulate and get knocked out. How? If they control the price, how could they ever get knocked out of the market? Unless you're willing to say, well, they wanted to get knocked out of the market. They wanted to lose all their money, so they controlled the price in a way that knocked them out of the market. Okay, I that logically flows, but I'm not sure that actually, like, why. So just something to think about for all of you that want to put all market makers, they control it all. Market makers can do whatever they want. Really? Then how have they gone bankrupt? That doesn't make sense. Again, I'm looking to get short at the red line. Stop is at the green. I'm trying to trade the range, but as of right now, looking like I maybe misdefined the top of the range. Maybe, I guess, is this the top of the range right here? That would have been a beautiful entry. Again, that's why. Clay, just trade the range. It's not that easy. All right. We'll see how it continues. I may put that trade plan back out there again, but as of now, not going to do it. Market make yeah maybe it's my chosen day. I am the lucky one today. Although it seems some days it seems like it happens multiple times a week. I don't know the odds on that. I mean, for you statisticians out there, I can't remember. But let's just say the odds are 1 out of 100. That okay? I do know that's 1%. But then it gets even more unlikely if you're like, what are the odds that you're the chosen person at 1% odds 3 days in a row? Because I swear, some people it's like every day. At least 3 days a week. They're like, man, I got the market makers are watching me today. Is that where you multiply? Because like, what's the odds of tails 3 in a row? Right? Is that where you multiply by 2 every time? I can't remember. I think people confuse. Well, I mean, big institutions also do not control. Nothing controls the price other than supply and demand, buyers and sellers. Because the big institutions have the same problem. Exhibit A, Bear Stearns. Exhibit B, Lehman Brothers. And there are many other big institutions that have gone bankrupt over the course of economic history, which doesn't make any sense if they control the price. One in a million? Thank you, Vlad. I know you're a mathematician, so I'll just trust that you did the math right there. Hey, Tony Gold. Okay, that's because you fade the range. Now, I'm just trying to figure out what is the range. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying you should like build into it and fade it. Out of the entire world population, approximately 8.1 billion active day traders make up 0.12%. Clay just trade. I did. I tried to trade the range. I just defined the top of the range up here, and I guess I was wrong. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to trade the range. Okay, where's the bottom of the range? All you trade the range folks. Honest question. Where do you think the bottom of the range is? Again, I'm curious. In the chat, where, if we're going to say trade the range, okay, fine. Where's the bottom of your range? What's the price level? Down, no, not down yonder. Hey, Badal. Pretty good, pretty good. Nobody has, okay, well, I'll submit my number. I'm defining that as the bottom of the range right there. I don't know. Let's see. So what is that? That is at 710. So there you go. That's what I'm saying. 710 is the bottom of my range. 705, 720. Weird. Weird how we're all getting different definitions of the bottom of the range. Which is why I just trade the range. That doesn't make any sense. What is the range? You got to define that. If only it were that easy. As if the range is like universally accepted. Thoughts on when? Are you a day trader, investor, Mora, or Morse? Is that Wendy's? Bitcoin, is it still dropping? Again, I want to know when it's, ooh, it is. I want to know when it gets close to 59,000 so we can watch it together, assuming it gets down there. But yeah, it is dropping. Okay, all right, all right. Okay, there's my trade plan. Green line, kind of hard to see the green line, but yellow line entry, red line stop. I'm going to try to trade the range. Oh man, that's rough, Compound Wealth. That is rough. Kyle would be proud though. Okay, gonna try to trade the range. I got instant founding on Thomas. You're gonna have to. No, no, stop. You better not bounce here. You gotta be kidding me. See what I mean? I tried to trade the range and I got a little bounce. Clay, it's barely bounced. On a day like today, that's been what, like a 20-point bounce? That would have been a nice little scalpy scalp bounce. Unfortunately, I got the bottom of the range wrong by like a point. That's why trading's hard. Trading is not catchphrases, unfortunately. I wish it was. Yeah, I don't like that down there anymore. I don't know. Maybe it still bounces. All right, I'm going to go 3 instead of 5 now because I don't like it as much. Come on down. Yeah, I guess I am the chosen one. The market maker, wow, that's crazy. I'm trying to bounce 7 and 12-point stops. Okay, so we have Cam. His bottom of the range is defined as 700. Hey, Clay, can I get instant fun? Oh, I see. No. Why would you want to overpay, though? Why would you want to overpay for just go through the test real quick? Save yourself money. Get multiple accounts. Not to mention, there is no skipping over test. Even those where you go to like the instant funded account, there's still a baked in test. You still have to follow those rules and accomplish certain metrics. So there is no way around a test. I think too many people think that that's what they're doing. You're not. You're just paying a whole lot more money to still have to go through a test. It is. It's so easy. I don't know why I make it more difficult than what it is. I still would not have been filled at my original entry point. I still would not have been filled. That's. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Keeping the West Wild. There are certain dynamics that I've learned that people think and don't, they're not thinking through the right ways, right? People shop based on price, not on rules. People think about, well, how long's a test phase, as opposed to asking the question, how long is it until I could, in theory, get a payout? And then also this, they think that, okay, well, I'm just going to do one of these instant funded or direct to funding type accounts, as if that alleviates them from still having to deal with any test. No, there's still a test baked into those counts. Am I about to get long here? I'm sorry, short here, thinking that this thing is about to break? Or okay, no, I'm not. If it comes down here, I'm going to enter in a long right here. There we go. Good. Let's see if we can get a bounce off the bottom of the range. Okay, if it bounces up to that green line, I'm long. I am long. I'll take that scoopy scoop. Scoopy scoop. That was a duck soul scalp right there, boy. Show some respect, boy. All right, next area I'm interested in the long orange line down here. You are the selected one. He chose wisely. I think someday AI and technology will get to the point where brokers will have the ability to, like, whenever you have a losing trade, it'll like beam a hologram and it'll be the knight from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So like when the account gets liquidated, the hologram will just show up and it'll be him saying, he chose poorly. That's my prediction of where AI and technology is going. And if you don't get this knight reference from Indiana Jones and Last Crusade, maybe a spicy take, but I'm going to say it anyways. You're a communist. It's as simple as that. If you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say he chose poorly, you're a communist. Now you can rectify the situation. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Watch it. That's your homework assignment. Okay, trade the range. There we go. So what is the top of the actual range, though? Is it right there? That's where it rejected last time. I still like this as the top of the range up here. I'm sticking with it right there. That's my top of the range. So 822.5. I think the AI and tech will improve this selection one logic. Market makers will be able to select two. Yeah, maybe so. Be able to now choose two. Dr. Jones. No, I don't like the Temple of Doom. That one scarred me as a child. I have not. I think I've seen that one once, and that was enough. Scarred me as a child. Don't want to see it anymore. Last Crusade and Raiders of the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Last Crusade, and then all the like Skull Crystal and all these newer ones, pure garbage. Don't even count. Don't even count. Me too. Went to the movies and it changed my life. For the better or for the worse? I can see Temple of Doom changing your life for the worse. Dang. Okay, the power of independent thinking. So for those of you that are like, hey Clay, I agree. I like your strategy for the entry point, but brother, I disagree to scalpy scalp. I'm gonna let the thing cook. Hey, the power of independent thinking. You are getting paid. My dad would get the. You don't get it, Connor? All kidding aside, you got to watch that movie. Hey, Blueberry. All right, we got Sugar here. We got Blueberry here, and I think Big Mom is still here. The crew is intact. We just need somebody named Tiffany to show up. It made me like the gore. Yeah, that's messed up, man. The crew is complete. We just need the alias of Tiffany. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Evan. Evan Messi. Where's Evan Messi been? Or Massey? Is it Messi or Massey? Dang. Okay. All right. Well, I'm getting ready for a short up here at the top of the range. All right. Looking for a short up here. You identify as Tiffany? Nah. 819 shorts, maybe. I'm at 820 and a quarter. So a little slightly. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, Krista with that pickup line, I mean, it would have been hook, line, and sinker. 21 years ago, it would have been hook, line, and sinker. Game over. Man, my Bitcoin. There, Krista is. Man, my Bitcoin. I don't know. For all we know, though, Krista's a guy posing as a girl. It is the internet. Okay, all 5 of my TV accounts are currently getting more. I'm considering trying another property. Oh well, sure, yeah. Let me put it this way: if you are getting 5 Pro Plus, I would not consider you a beginner prop firm trader anymore. So yeah, if you want to expand out the empire, I'm all for it. I think Lucid might be a good place to go. Code Clay if you want to get the discount at Lucid, all caps. But congrats. But yes, my contention is not that you have to stick with Take Profit Trader, but like you are the epitome. You have literally maxed out Take Profit Trader. You have 5 accounts, which is the max. They're Pro Plus. Okay, you have maxed them out. In order to reach that point, you are certainly what I would consider an experienced prop firm trader. All right, trying to get, okay, maybe a short here. If that red line turns blue, I'm in. Trying to trade the range. Oh, that's true too. Yeah. If you can continue to do the racehorse model too. But now in a weird way, you're kind of doing the racehorse model with other prop firms. But just be careful. Because some prop firms, they'll make you activate within a certain amount of time. So you can't quite store up racehorses with other prop firms like you can with Take Profit Trader. But yeah, hey man, congrats. You're doing, sounds like very well. Dog, did it seriously? No, don't tell me it hit that level again. It did. It did. Okay, so I guess this is technically the top of the range. Or is it? See? It's not as easy. Okay, Deadeye, give me an example of how I'm supposed to fade it. Give me where my fade entries are at. I'm curious. How do you fade the range? Just call your broker. Can you imagine if that's how easy it was? You call up your broker. Yeah, can you buy at the bottom, please? Sure, you got it. Click. Oh boy, is it about to break the range? I'm waiting to see how I'm supposed to fade it though. Deadeye Dave's gone quiet though. Crickets. I don't know why. For some reason, go long on your yellow line and short at the top of the. What? Huh? Huh? You start sniffing pain or what? What happened to Deadeye Dave? You start hanging around a new group of people? Hey, Deadeye Dave. See the spray paint can? I don't believe in graffiti. No, we're not going to use it for graffiti. Take a sniff, brother. Right, this might be very dented, but for some reason, my loins are saying this thing is getting ready to maybe push a move up through. I'm long. I'm long. Range traders saying, why are you doing that? It's going to roll back to the bottom of the range. You know what? It may happen. Blue line is my entry. I am long. Push up, brother. I'm listening to my loins. I'm listening to my loins. Uh-oh. I don't like how it's maybe ran out of steam there a little bit. Come on. Don't let me down, loins. It's starting to feel a little bit heavy, but I'm trying to trust the loins. I'm trying to trust you, brothers, but let's get this thing moving here. Yeah, I would agree with that one. Trading analytics. It's been a. I was saying earlier, I was right on the edge. I don't still know if I'm quite there, but I'm close to saying today's one of those days where if you have not cooked an account, you're the exception and not the rule. Doggone it. I might buy some more right there at VWAP. See if we can get the bounce off of VWAP. Okay. Bought. All right, VWAP. Let's get a bounce here, brother. Let's get the bounce here. Man, so heavy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Good grief. Come on. Push. Push. Get up there. Get up there. All right, I better hop out on that one. That was kind of a gift. That was, in all actuality, that was bad. I should have taken a break even. As soon as it came up, even a small loss. Really, I should have been happy with a small loss on that one instead of waiting for it to not only get to break even, but in the green. So that was a bad trade in all actuality. Because that was starting, it never spun out of control. Because, I mean, my overall day was still fine. But that was not really going according to plan. So I should have been I should have been thankful that I had the chance at a small loss. So the fact that, like I said, I passed by the small loss, I passed by the break even, I passed by a small green, and then I went for what I did, that was not good. KZ3, do not reset it. Welcome to, I bet now, hopefully Z3, you're understanding now the racehorse model. And why around here the racehorse model is what we preach. Sorry to hear that, but yeah. Do not reset the Pro though, Z3. For the price of one Pro reset, you could go buy 5 more test accounts. Hey, thank you, Arslan. You're right. I do need to change that. Good looking out, brother. Bitcoin. Okay, is it still? Wow. What is the deal with Bitcoin today? Same with gold. Why did gold get hammered today? Wow. It's getting close. What are the other ones doing? What is it? XRP? What's that one up to? That one's getting destroyed. What, ETH? Oh, okay, this one's got a long ways to go though before it's low. All right, we will continue to keep an eye on them though. Yeah, Z3. There's a reason why I keep trying to tell people you got to go base hits. You got to go base hits. But good. I'm glad you will not reset it because that kind of messed up the math. Still impressive though, Z3, that you passed on your first try. Passed your first ever account. That was kind of crazy. So it seems like the future, no pun intended, the future is bright with you. But yeah, maybe consider the racehorse model at this point. I kind of just bit my tongue as I'm like, okay, he's not going to do the racehorse model, huh? Okay, here we go. But the range here is, there it is. You don't like this price? So range traders are definitely liking this price action. Okay, I mean, Z3. With the if game is unlimited. If aliens invaded us and took you hostage, you would have never made a trade at all. You know what I mean? Let's not play the if game. Yes, if we would have bought Bitcoin together back 15 years ago, we would be, on our private island with our fleet of yachts and mansions. If you looked like me, you would be the equivalent of a Greek god. I mean, we can play the if game all day long. All right, Bryn, mixed bag for you. You should have faded. I don't even know what that means, Deadeye Dave. You have given 0 numbers. So I don't even know if you're trolling right now or what. But if you're actually being serious, if you don't mind, I'm not kidding. Like, give me some numbers so I can actually see what you're talking about. Again, Z3. If you just take base hits, it's not that bad. As I always said, if you insist on going for bigger home runs and bigger swings, trailing drawdown makes things very, very tricky. But if you just do base hits, it's very reasonable. And then once you hit the buffer, the trailing drawdown goes away. And if you want to take big swings again, take big swings. So yes, if you're not willing to do base hits, it does become harder. I agree with that. But that's also why I think the trailing drawdown is good, because it opens people's eyes to the power of base hits. Because of social media, I think way too many people think you've got to go for like 60, 70, 100-point moves, all this sort of stuff, huge gains. And to be fair, I mean, the thought of a base hit, it's like, I don't want a base hit. That's going to take forever. It's shocking how quick base hits add up. And that's where a trailing drawdown, I would argue, helps open people's eyes. Like, oh, dang, base hits add up shockingly quick. Did I do something to your hair? I mean, why do you care if I did something to my hair or not, Brent? Out of curiosity. Why is another man asking another man, hey, brother, did you do... This is a conversation I would be expecting to have, I'd hear women having. Right, what Andrew just said. In other words, you have to take proxy study. Yeah, hit base hits. Like the guy that bought 2 pepperoni pizzas. Yes, exactly, Dan. Talk about that guy. I got that now. Well, again, Z3, I've tried to tell you this many times before on the live stream. I'm like I said, Z3, you passed on the first try. That's very respectable. I think that's just your personality, though. Hey, brother, shut your mouth. I'm not going to listen until... Oh, okay, what were you saying? Which has its pros and cons. You're a go-getter, that's for sure. Maybe he likes your style. I guess that's true. You are, man, often commenting about how good looking you are, right? I'm not commenting. You need to get your wording right. I'm contemplating right now if I should ban you. I'm contemplating if I should call the authorities on you. You are a man often commenting. Commenting? That should say you are a man often stating irrefutable facts about how good looking you are. So no, I'm not a man commenting. I'm the man stating facts. And here's the best. Oh, well, I was asking you about your hair because I'm trying to be as good looking as you are. Impossible task, Brent. Don't even try. Don't try to replicate that, Brent. Don't try to replicate that. Who do you think you are? It's crazy. It's crazy. But Clay, I just want to Clay, do you shave your chest or do you pluck it hair by hair? Brother, don't even try to be. Just don't. You trying to be as good looking as I am, Brent, is the equivalent of you trying to draw a square circle. Ain't gonna happen, brother. I can't believe of commenting. I'm stating facts. Crazy. What happened to Brent? That's wild. It's wild stuff. All right, so we are literally in the middle of the range right now. If you agree with these lines, or, you know, broadly speaking, these lines, that this is the range, we are essentially in the middle. And as the saying goes, don't diddle in the middle. I'm kind of on that saying. I'm not fully, but some people like that is like they have a tramp stamp that says don't diddle in the middle. I'm not quite that intense. Clay, I showed my girlfriend a picture of you. I haven't heard from her in 4 days. Oh, so that's who was knocking on my window last night? Dang. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. My wife gets sick and tired of people leaving ladders in the front yard, using ladders to get, it's not a good look, man. I don't know what diddling, that is a fair question. I think diddling just means like doing stuff. Right? If you're diddling, if you're like diddling on a, maybe, is it like loitering? Like if you're diddling on my front porch, does that mean you're like loitering, like trying to sell me something? I don't know. That is a fair question to which I don't have any answers. What color of paint for Wednesdays? I don't know. You tell me. Get it, Jocko? Woo! No, it means trade edges to the middle and take positions in the middle of the... Yeah, something like that. Diddle daddle. How about canoodle? Yeah, I don't... What is canoodle? I don't know. I'm an ambitious baboon. You know what, Brent? You are ambitious. But, again, to try to gain my looks is the equivalent of you trying to draw a square circle. The equivalent of you trying to accomplish being a married bachelor. Okay, well, at least it's only one definition. It's a canoe made out of noodles. What's the difference between canoodling and cannoli? What's a cannoli? All right, here we go. Another short up here? Maybe. If you still believe in the range. All right, I'm going to try right there and then stop up there. So technically looking for a little bit of a fake break through the top of this channel. So fake break of the channel. Again, my channel being defined is right here. If that red line is the top of your channel, then obviously you're not going to look to play a fake break. You're just looking to play a rejection of the channel. All right, here we go. Maybe, kind of, sort of. You're looking to get short at the red line. Stop is at the green. By the way, got this for Father's Day. Father's Day. Okay, code Clay right here. This is code Clay. That's who you're feeding. Code Clay, all caps. Use code Clay or else these kids, they have to eat bark tonight. There we go. Right here. We don't have a frame this size, though. That's why it's just a picture right now. But that was my Father's Day gift right there. Don't even try to tell me there's a better gift than that. There's not. Dang, that yellow line. Okay, but to be fair, this one didn't quite hit it this time. But that yellow line is doing work. That looked like this. Oh, you didn't see the watermark in the background that said Walmart? Nice short from 900. Okay, so you're looking to get short at 900, Neil? Neil, okay. This is what I'm doing with you, Neil. The next trade, you've got to give numbers. No more trust me, bros. The next one has got to be numbers. I was and will again. Okay. So you'll short at 900. Where would your stop be on that, Neil? No, not in the shins. Up a little bit higher. Yes, my 920. Okay, cool, Neil. Fantastic. Neil's given us a trade plan. He would be looking to get short at 900. Okay, so basically the highs and then 920 up here. So a stop is above the highs. Basically looking to play what I'd call a double top. Fair enough, Neil. There we go. That's helpful. Clay, I'm long currently. Can you please move that great wall of... I know, man. I'm sorry, Dane. I'm sorry. Maybe, yeah. To Dane's point, I think I got to just move this line. We had that a couple of days ago. I moved my annotation and the price just, it just flowed like the salmon of Capistrano. I'm talking about a place where the beer flows like wine, where the women instinctively flock like the salmon of Capistrano. I'm talking about a little place called Aspen. Name the movie. I don't know, Lloyd. The French are... I won't say the next one. Correct. Dumb and Dumber. I can't believe we can't find a single job. Nothing, not a zilch. Yeah, unless you want to work 40 hours a week. I mean that whole movie. It's just like there's like every line is like the precision, the irony, the writing of that movie is fantastic. Ty, that is my only nitpick would probably be 88% might be a little too low. No, it's not so you're saying it, so you're telling me there's a chance. Okay, here's a test question as we wait. We got no food, we got no jobs, are fill in the blank. We got no food, we got no jobs, are fill in the rest. Yeah, I also visited once. Good times. Good times. Let's... Mary Moon. She's right here. Straight up. This, I mean, like I said, I do not, when I say I'm a dumb and dumber, I mean, when we were out in Colorado, so there's the hotel. There's the bar right there. There it is. Dumb and Dumber right there. Boom. Here's my... If you don't... Oh, are you... Look at... Look at that. Look at the hat. No way. We landed on the moon. Correct. Pets' heads are falling off. That is correct. Not pets are losing their heads. Is that what it's called? The Stanley Hotel? Yeah. Correct. Don't you go dine on me now. Where's the booze? I got robbed by a sweet old lady on a motorized cart, and I didn't even see it coming. Oh, man. All kidding aside, if you have not seen Dumb and... Like, the writing in that movie is surprisingly clever. Like, there's so many good little things. That like the scene. Dude's loading his gun, all that sort of stuff. And basically these people, you know, they're looking to kill the main characters. And then he pulls up. Usually I don't pick up hitchhikers, but I'm going to go with my instincts on this one. Saddle up, partner. it's so clever. It's so good. Oh. Oh, that's not bad, Z3. But I would be so obnoxious to watch that movie with, because I would be that guy that's quoting the movie like the whole way. And it's like, yeah, when he's real. And then, you know, he hands, or she hands him the two pieces of coal and the carrot. Oh, yeah. But yeah, she playfully throws snow and, like everything. There is not a part of that movie that's not just like the irony. Like, it's so clever. The market is interesting. Kind of. I mean, right now we're in this range and we're kind of just putzing around. Yeah, I never got that one right away. And somebody had to explain to me, because I'm not into fashion, believe it or not, but I didn't know what a cardigan was, so I didn't get that. Like pullovers, cardigan. That was one joke that went over my head because I didn't understand like clothing. You're also that guy. Okay, well, we'd get a sort your y-axis out, please. What's wrong with my y-axis? You've never seen it? Pam. Pam. Okay, I know you're not supposed to technically ask a woman her age, but how old are you, Pam? I'm just curious. I like Pam, so I'm trying to maybe give her an excuse out for this. 37. No, sorry, you are not. No, what are you, Pam? Okay, and I do trust Pam. Pam is yeah. Okay, this weekend. I look forward to hearing your review on Monday. Are you single, Pam? I asked this. I'm asking if you're single because if you're married or have like a boyfriend or something, or a bunch of cats, when you're telling your cats or your boyfriend or your husband, whatever, listen, baby cake, we're watching Dumb and Dumber. Don't, like, why? Just don't, because a Greek god told me to. That's going to make you sound crazy. Although true, it's crazy. So don't say that to why if anybody asks. You don't have a bunch. You're not a cat lady, are you, Pam? Pam, you don't strike me as a cat lady. I am so in the weeds right now of Risk because if Pam is a cat lady, she's going to hate my guts. I threw myself into a potential snake pit all of a sudden. Oh boy. I'm getting sweaty over here. Whew, getting sweaty. No, oh, okay. So my read was right. Boomers don't like Dumb and Dumber. I mean, that is blatantly false. One of my favorite memories is my dad laughing hysterically through it, along with my mom, who are boomers. Like because when I first saw, I was probably like, I can't believe my parents let me watch it as early as they did. But I still remember like my dad laughing at you can't find a single job. Yeah, unless you want to work 40 hours a week. That was one that I didn't get. Because at that age, I didn't realize that 40 hours was the standard. But I still remember my dad laughing at that part. Well, my dad hated it. Well, that's a data point of one, rookie, isn't it? Granted, I'm doing the same to you. No, my mom and dad. So here we go. I have 2 data points to year 1. How can you not like Dumb and Dumber? Like, what is going on? You've never seen... How old are you, JJ? Okay, another short of her maybe. Panrick, yeah. Okay, that's a little more acceptable. A little bit past your time, but all kidding, JJ, watch this weekend. Well then, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie. Let's not. Oh, where are you from? Austria. Austria? Well then, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie. I just like that. It starts off with clever writing. Move the line. No, I think I'm going to keep it right here. I'm going to put this trade plan back on. And let's see. You're a good man, Tony. Chop, chop, chop. 1 day eval. Well, dumb. I mean, sorry to hear you blew an account, dumb. But okay, I'm not literally. Dumb. I can't even get around. This see as the awkward conversation. I'm not calling you dumb. You know what I mean. But at least first day. I would rather always blow an account like right out the gates as opposed to being very close to passing and then blowing it. You know, I never saw Revenge of the Nerds. That was a little before my time. I know maybe I should see it, but I've never seen those ones. All the sequels are just not good. Dumb and Dumber, and even the second one where they got Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey to come back, it just did not deliver. All right, trying to get short at the red line. Clay put the Great Wall line up. It will never break above. Yeah. And do I delete this? If I do that, maybe I'm supposed to get long here. Now we're getting channel. So now we have an onion. So this is an onion. Onion channel. We have layers. So here's one layer. And then maybe this is like an outer layer. So we have now developed into an onion channel. All these layers. Jim Carrey comedy got old pretty fast. You know, Liar Liar's decent. Ace Ventura, decent. But yeah, Dumb and Dumb. That's just the writing in that movie is so good. That'll do, Donkey. Yeah, I'm okay with Shrek. I'm okay. I think Shrek is a little overrated. Well, once again, to be fair, if that was defined as the top of your channel, now if you try to cut in front, maybe you still got filled there, but all right, never mind. I have seen Shrek. JJ, will you commit? Can you find some time to watch Dumb and Dumber between now and Monday? Me, Myself, and Irene was good. Yeah, that just the like. What makes also Dumb and Dumber good is like they don't have to like be cursing every 2 seconds. Me, Myself, and Irene, like the language on that one's a little bit much. But like Dumb and Dumber, it's not perfectly clean, but like they're not having to drop F-bombs every other word. They're not having to curse every other word. It's just like ironic, cleaner comedy. Again, but to be fair, I'm also not saying to go show Dumb and Dumber to your second grader. Yeah, Cable Guy was a little, yeah. Truman Show. I mean, I guess that wasn't really a comedy though, because to Matt's point, Matt was saying Jim Carrey's comedy got old relatively quick, which I would broadly agree with. Yeah, even Cable Guy though, like that was, I mean, it was a comedy, but like that was more like dark humor, wasn't it? Fast Times. Oh, was that Fast Times like Ridgemont High or something like that? Is that what I'm thinking of, Greg? Clay, you remind me of a young. I mean, I've never heard something so. That's so egregious. A young Leonardo DiCaprio. No. What you should be saying is you should be calling Leonardo up and saying, "Hey, Leonardo. Hey, Leo. You remind me of a young succulent clay trader." Translation: Leonardo DiCaprio reminds you of me. Oh, Clay, you look like Brad Pitt. Incorrect. Brad Pitt looks like me. Clay, you're the Tom Cruise. No, Tom Cruise is the clay trader of our generation. Yeah, I saw oil. Oh, it did, but now it's back up, huh? This range is brutal. It's getting kind of, I mean, it's still a big range. We're still talking like 60 points, but man. That's right. Brad Pitt has a poster of Clay on his wall. That's right, brother. Well, I mean, I do age. I do age, but like a fine wine. I'm like a bourbon. You like Mr. Bean? I mean, it's fine. I never totally got it, but yeah. I mean, it'll make me chuckle. This PA moving fast, but also slow. Yeah, these ones can be tricky. So are you done for the James? Are you done for the James? Are you done for the day, or did you fire up another new account, James, or where are you at? I would recommend if you have not seen it, Eddie Murphy Raw stand up. Well, when you see the word Raw, it's like, is he dropping f bombs every other word, Homer? Okay, all right. I'm gonna try along down here, bottom of the range. Trade the range, they say. Fine. I have some lucids and other evals. Oh, gotcha. Rowan, Actus in Netflix, man verse is brilliant. Come on. Again, one of these will dump. All ranges are designed to be shattered, which is why stops are important. Because if you happen to be playing the range at the time of shatteration, shatteration. Not, anyways. I mean, Z3, I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Especially given that you passed that one on your first try. I'm not quite sure I'm saying to go do copy trading quite yet, but yeah. Shatter, shatteration is a nucleism. There we go. All right, here we go. Maybe if the green line turns blue, I'm in. I'm trying to play the bottom of the range. I guess technically a fit little miniature fake break of this yellow line. Dude, are you kidding me? The time. I got a spammer call. Good grief. I'm the worst range trader ever. All right, I want to cancel this out now. Let's wait for confirmation. So if this comes down here and then heads back up, come down a little bit more. Come down a little bit more. Maybe this is a dumb requirement. I just want to see it maybe. Yeah, let's see it hit that yellow line one more time. Come on. I don't know. Something does not. My loins were like, brother, I'm not quite sure this is going to hold up. Okay, it did hit that yellow line, though. All right, I'm going to try it. Green line, if it turns blue, I'm in. But I need the price to come up to me. Can we get another bounce off this area? It's bounced several times before. Will it do it again? And if that green line turns blue, I'm in. What? All right, I'm in. This got to be a scam, though. This calls to authorize a payment of a $14.99 for the recent order of Mac or Apple Mac Pro on your Amazon account. Yeah, that doesn't. Well, that'll be very easy to check. I'll just have to check my Amazon account real quick. Assuming a scam. Well, the range is holding so far. Really like that candle. Let's see if this can come up through. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. I want to go check. I probably being stupid, but let's just make sure. Let me log into my Amazon real quick. Usually you would just get text anyways, right? Let's see. Your orders. Okay, I do not see any Amazon or MacBook Pros. Here, let's listen to it. Let's see what he sounds like. What the?
This call is to authorize the payment of $1,499 for the recent order of Apple MacBook Pro on your Amazon account. If you do not authorize this payment, please press 1 to speak to our customer support representative.
So, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a scam. But dude, that was legit music. That was crazy. I should probably call him back. That might be good content. I just call back a scammer. All right, here we go. Maybe another trade down here. I will look to buy right there. I should call back and just start to sing him some of my classics. That music, though, was wild. That's the best stuff I've ever heard. Okay, here we go, maybe. I am trying to catch a knife. I'm not going to lie to myself about that, but I think I'm doing it. I think I have good logic behind the knife catch location. No, I already deleted it. I don't even have the number. Well, I guess I could probably. Maybe I will. I just start to say to like, yeah, Duck Soul. Maybe I will. That'd be funny. I just how clear was it on my mic when I had it on speakerphone? Could you hear him pretty good or no? You could hear it pretty good, crystal clear. Okay. Oh, you little. All right. At this point, I don't like how it's putzing around. There's my new. That's my new order. Oh, that's what I get for. Doggone it! I'm so terrible at whatever. That phone number reminded me of Jay Larson's wrong number prank. Okay, so if I were to call them back, like what does that do with my number? Is that going to mean I get more calls because now like within the dark web, whatever it is, they're going to look at that and be like, "Oh, look, this number is actually one that will interact." Or do I potentially get myself blacklisted because they're going to figure out I'm just messing with them and then they're going to be like, "All right, don't call this number anymore." They're Does anybody know how like that sort of stuff works? Okay, one person is telling me not to call, one person is saying blacklisted. Okay, here we go. Maybe. All right, whatever. I'm coming down here now. What? This thing is like toying with my emotions right now. Since you interacted, you will get more. Don't call back, not worth it. Okay. So if I call back, then that means. Okay. Now I'm getting, believe it or not, on the internet, I'm getting mixed feedback. Some people are saying, no, definitely don't call back. It'll cause more people to call. Other people are saying, no, you'll get blacklisted. I don't know. The point is, you don't know what it means, which means it's not worth it. Well, I mean, it's a scam, right? Yeah, I understand they already have my number, but my question is maybe like out there, like my number will have something attached to it. Like, well, this isn't a very good number. In fact, this is the worst number because they called you back and then they wasted her time, which would obviously be worse than never calling back at all. I know, Troy. Shocking that the internet is giving me mixed messaging. It's crazy. Oh yeah, he has not been back yet. To be fair, he just cashed the check yesterday. So it did take a couple days to get to him. Friday, the banks were closed, so he has cashed the check. So I'm gonna give him like a week or two, and if he doesn't show up, I'm just gonna hire it out and tell him, "Hey man, you had 2 weeks. I'm keeping the rest." Call and tell them to use code class. Oh, that'd be an interesting challenge. All I can use as I talk to them is Dumb and Dumber quotes. I got no food. I got no jobs. My pets' heads are falling off. I can't afford that $1,499 MacBook Pro. Well, that guy is not a good contractor. I mean, yeah, if maybe he had enough margin there to not care about the final 20%, but where I stand, I don't even want him to come back. I'll just hire it out for way less than like the difference that I owe him, and I'll walk away with, net positive. I would assume he's going to be back. By the way, electrical inspection passed yesterday. Exterior doors are being put on. So it was funny. It was funny. So the guy I'm working with, he's working on a huge barn right now. Thing is huge, like a cow barn. So I asked him today. I was like, what did I say? Doors today. He's like, gonna have to be tomorrow now. Gotta get some stuff finished up at the barn. I was like, all right, Roger that. And I'm like, all right, well, I gotta try to troll him a little bit. So I was like, I never realized you're such an animal activist, prioritizing a home for cows over a home for humans. Wild stuff. But he did. He kind of got me. He took the economic approach, which is hard to disagree with. He said, I do love beef. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Because by completing this barn, you are allowing there to be more cows, aka more supply. And if there's more supply, that will help with prices of beef. So he kind of got me. He got me on that one. So that is why I just replied, LOL, fair point. No, last time you did that, you almost died of fumes, Jimbo. So I'm not interested in finding your carcass down in my basement. It's crazy. You think I want to find your... I'd never be able to haul that up. Dead weight is a real thing. You like those quick start donuts a bit too much. I'd never be able to get you out. And I think so. Electrical expect and pass today. Shout out the electricians. I don't know if Robert's here, but shout out. No changes were needed. And there was a bunch of stuff they did too. That was actually quite impressive. I think next week, roof is going on. What contractor is it? A concrete contractor. Short 623. All right, I love it, Deadeye Dave. Giving some numbers. I'm interested in a long down here at the overnight low. But yes, the channel has finally been broken. I'm going to go for a short up there. But it's a good deal. No, dragging your carcass out of my basement is not a good deal. Are you going to check out the house today, Jimbo? Call the scammer with Jim's phone number. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea. Bitcoin. All right, thank you, Ty. We're getting closer to potentially oh boy. I just want to know, when does Sailor, like when do like margin calls or anything like that kick in, if ever? I just don't understand how that dude can load up so much. Okay, here we go, maybe. Trying to get short, red line entry. right, I'm going to do this instead. Step 1, hit the orange line, and then I'll put my entry like right here. Okay, looking good, looking good, looking good. Hit that orange line. Hit that orange line. Hit it. Okay, close enough. Boom. Stop will be up here. This is really stupid. Why? Why am I looking to get short right now? Look at that 5 minute. Back-to-back hammers in motion, long lower shadows. What am I doing? Shorting? Right now, that's me forcing a trade there, folks. Oh, looks so doggone, but the 5 minute. I want to get short there, but the 5 minutes like, what are you doing, brother? What are you doing? Seller said he's good until 8K. Can you confirm that, Ty? It just hit it? No, it didn't. Not according to Weeble, that is. So right there, we're at 60. It's close, though. It's close. Should we drop down to like the 5 minute? Oh, wait. No. It's 50. Oh, 59,000 is what we care about, not 60. That's still pretty far away, that blue line. Okay. Keep an eye on it, though. 0 chance he makes it to 8K because of the preferred stock he pawned off on investors. Publisher clearinghouse is calling me right now. Doesn't that mean you just won like millions of dollars, Brian? Okay, now I might be. Okay, there we go. See? Multiple time frame analysis. Thank you, 5 minute. Thank you, 5 minute. As good as the 2 minute looked, but when you glanced over at the 5 minute, it was one of those, wait a second here. Wait a second. They'll come and get you, Jim. I think if you file bankruptcy, that'll wipe out your debt. I think medical debt is bankruptcy friendly. But it was a Facebook Messenger call from a Gmail account. Oh, well, that's totally legit then. That definitely sounds like it's Publishers Clearinghouse. Hey, thank you, Nas. I did have a good Father's Day. This was my gift. I showed it already, but somebody brought it up. This was my Father's Day's gift. Right there. There's no better picture than that, or there's no better gift than that right there. I know a guy that had a heart attack with no insurance. They sued him for like $500,000. Oh, they probably sued his estate, maybe. Well, I don't know. Did he spend $500,000 trying to survive the heart attack? Thank you, James. Agreed. Oh, that sounds great, Philly. That's good stuff. Clay, when did you first find out about Bitcoin? My first memory of Bitcoin was there was a college football bowl name, and it was like the Bitcoin Bowl or something. I don't even know if it was the Bitcoin Bowl, but like Bitcoin was like a big sponsorship of it. Okay, right there. So I'm not crazy. So I guess 2014 is my earliest memory. The Bitcoin Bowl, officially the Bitcoin St. Petersburg Bowl, was held in 2014, sponsored by the cryptocurrency payment processor BitPay. The college football game took place on December 26, 2014 at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. So yeah, what was the price of Bitcoin in 2014? That is my first memory of hearing about Bitcoin was that right there. Real quick. I've never filed bankruptcy, no. I'm paying $120 a month for my thing. It was not $30,000 in 2014. That's VIP room for such a blatant lie. VIP room for a minute. Crazy. Crazy lie. Wait, what? Stop. It was not at 60,000. Wait. Did I just put something in timeout for something that I might have to be putting myself in timeout here, folks. Folks, I might be on my way to timeout. Worth in 2014. Okay, no. Bitcoin opened 2014 at roughly $754. Reached the peak near $919 in early January. And steadily declined to end the year around $321. Okay, I might have to start banning a bunch of you guys. That's crazy. Just the way you would lie to me. Oh, wait, I think you guys are giving me updates. I'm sorry. I think you're giving me updates on the current price of Bitcoin. Hey, Chump Change. What up, brother? I'm tired of paying it. Well, I don't know. Maybe your employer who you work for. I guess it doesn't matter. No, I won't name them. But your employer that starts with a P. Maybe they just get tired of paying you. I mean, you put in all the stuff. You put in the time. You put in the effort. You put in the hours. But then they say, Jimbo, I'm tired of paying you. Thoughts on that situation? You put in the effort. You put in the work. You put in the time. And then they just tell you that the reason of why they're not sending you a paycheck is, I'm just tired of paying you. Hey, Spencer. How many head of I do not have any cattle. I'm interested though. I kind of want to talk to my farmer, see if maybe we can work out some deal. I have done cows before. Several years ago, there was a guy at our church and he would go to the auction and buy like the sickly cows and then try to nurse them back to health and then sell them. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is like real estate. You know, in real estate, you want to buy the ugly house in the nice neighborhood and fix it up. So in this situation, it's like, oh, you're buying the ugly cow. You're buying the sick cow, and then you're going to try to nurse it back up. Obviously, the risk is it dies. So I did do some investing in that. But yeah, I might talk to my farmer, but I don't know. It seems like beef prices are getting over. Like, I don't know. Like, I might be late to the party at this point. I'm just complaining. Oh, fantastic. If it dies, it dies. Showed my kids some clips from that. So they are Rocky 4 fans. With a pound of beef costing an arm and a leg, mine as well. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, am I buying like the overextended move up? Just trade cattle futures? Yeah, that might be the more quicker way to do about it. But that'd be kind of cool to be like, I'm a cow investor. Fair point. That is a fair point. That is true. You got me there, Nathan. You got me there for sure. That's a good point. People are going to start identifying as cattle so they can be overnight millionaires. Yeah, but if you identify as a cattle, doesn't mean like we slaughter you and turn your left butt cheek into a ribeye steak. Isn't that how that would work or no? I trade cows and sunflower seed. Is there seriously sunflower seed? I know there's, well, I don't think it's called cow futures. But like, are there seriously sunflower futures? Or excuse me, sunflower seed futures? Don't have a cow. Dude, that I haven't heard that in a long time. Dude, don't have a cow or whatever. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, is that the one we looked up with sunflower seeds? I do remember looking up something bizarre at one point. I don't remember what it was though. Yeah, cattle. That's it. Not cow. I'm trying to be patient and think about a long at the overnight low here, that pink line, but man, it's sure creeping. It's not it's taking its time getting down there, that's for sure. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and delete. No, I'll leave these just in case. You never know. Maybe these lines come back into play again, the former channel. By the way, I will say this move here, absolutely savage. Savage move here. Let's think about it. Right here, if you're thinking, okay, Clay, I think this is the bottom. I think this thing has got maybe not necessarily a reversal up to the highs, but this thing has got some strength behind it. You know what? I would not blame you one bit. Big move down, two hammers in a row, lower shadows looking fantastic. Next candle breaks up through. So at one point, this was a nice green candle. To then do that and then continue on down, savage. So if you were along here and you bought like right around here thinking that this thing was going to start to curl back up, I don't blame you one bit. Buy or sell. I don't know. I've been waiting for you to show up, Mohins, and tell me. What is it? Mohins. The entire chat has been screaming the entire time. Where is Mohins? Where is Mo? We're waiting for him to tell us if it's a buy or sell. What are we supposed to do, Mo? We've been waiting for you the whole time. Live cattle, feeder cattle, and lean hog futures. Okay, so they parse it out that way. Okay, I'm waiting on Mo. We're all waiting on Mo. Mo, what are we doing, brother? Mo? Hello? Mo? Good afternoon from... Hey, Simplistic Videos. Who's the other New Jersey guy? Oh, Roku? No, what was that one guy? He was here. Anyways, yeah. Always nice to have people from New Jersey here. Waiting for Macron news. Okay. I don't know what the Macron news is. Isn't that the leader of France? I don't know about you guys, but I'm at a no trade here. If I had to guess, I am leaning probably a little bit more bullish right now. But again, I'm ideally wanting to see this thing coming out of the overnight low, and it still has not done that. What is the Macron news? What's that mean? Who is Macron? I think that's France's president. But still, what is the news you're waiting for? I saw a story from a pit trader where the orange juice in the vending machine froze. Rumor spread that orange freezing. Machine froze. Rumor spread that orange. Yeah. That kind of sounds like an old wives' tale to me. Probably meant Micron earnings. Oh, Judd, that seems possible. Isn't it crazy how like a little bit of a typo can send conversations way off kilter? We're hugging the bottom of the 15-minute orb. Oh, the good old orb. I'll use that orb as toilet paper. Where did Mo go? Yeah. Come up a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, looking for a short at the red line. Looking for a short at the red line. Or is it just going to reject from... Okay, I don't like how it's putzing around, so I'm going to go right there. There's my stop. And it is... Oh, let me go. No, I don't want the... There we go. There we go. Short, red line. So I'm technically looking for a fake break through the... I don't know why I'm not just going with my gut instincts. I have canceled out of so many orders that would have been filled and would have worked out nicely. I don't know what my problem is. Micron dropped $100 a share yesterday. Are you serious? All right, Daniel, look at that. 3 numbers. Shout out to Daniel. That's a man with some courage right there, brother. MU dropped that much yesterday? Oh, I didn't realize it got up over $1,000 a share. Oh, okay. Well, that's a lot, but that's not... Wow. Okay, again, looking to get short at the red line. I am due for a loser, by the way, so I'd probably be getting long right here. In fact, I don't even think I've had a loser this entire live stream. I'm like 5 for 5 or 6 for 6. I am due for a loser. So just FYI, you should probably be looking to the opposite of what I'm doing. I am due for a loser. All right, this is some good motivation from one of my buddies. Just sent the text. Do crackheads say, I can't get high today because I'm broke? No, they make it happen. Don't let a crackhead try harder than you today. So that is my question to all of you. Is a crackhead trying harder than you are today? I want you to chew on that. Not sniff it, chew on it. Well, the 21 EMA doing absolute work. What is my... Doggone it. Look, and you guys know I love me the 21 EMA right off of it. It's not an SMA, brother. EMA, 21 EMA. Hey, Clay, I got to pay out from that account that I blown. Huh? What do you mean you got to pay out from an account that you blew? I don't understand. Can you please repeat the crackhead quote? I can. All right, maybe not, because I'm thinking about going long down there. So no, it... Okay, looking to get long at the green line. Fake break of these lows. Probably going to get dumped on here. I'm due for a loser. I'm in. Really, you're not going to care about the overnight low at all? Like, not even a little bit? Wow. I'm willing to give this thing a little bit of more of a chance. I got plenty of green on the day. But I find it hard to believe this thing won't at least backtest that level. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get up there. Uh-oh. What a move. All right, I got to get out. Wow. 35, almost 100 point. Not that I would still be holding, but remember when this one guy had a short like right there, and then he canceled it to move it up. In the fine print, it says you get, if your account, blow your account while in the buffer, you get 50%. I don't know about that. I've never had that. They allowed it since it was blown due to news. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I took the short a little lower than your spot. Good job, Bren. Nice 400. Yeah, it's elusive. It's been a dang. I mean, I knew what I was doing. I went 5. I bought something that I knew that was possible, and I know that it adds up quickly today. But like I said, I did my macro risk management. So I knew that even if that trade went bad, and it did go bad, I'd still be green. Now, not nearly as green as I was, but still green. Yeah, it's only allowed if you blow it into news or if you held past 5 p.m. Oh, I see. So under very specific circumstances then. I can't, that's wild. Didn't even care about the overnight low at all. All right, well, let's see what else we can find. Is this a short here? Back test and roll back over? I don't know. Former area of sport. Let's see if we can get a rejection here. Hey, Ace. I think there's a clause on how long. Gotcha, George. Yeah, well, I must have never met those circumstances because I have my cooked accounts are I do not walk away with anything. Meaning when I hit the buffer and I'm in the buffer. Oh, man, I am on a cold streak of trying to get filled, and then when I did get filled, it just didn't work out. Although I guess in hindsight, I would have been okay. But that's all hindsight. Yeah, same. Oh, yeah, maybe that's why, because I'm always just keeping it right at. Hey, what's up, CR15? Good afternoon, brother. Wonder if we break 525. No, and put in new lows? Potentially. I'm short. Come on. Come on down. Okay. There's my stop in green. I'm going to start to bring it down. Come on, roll over. Dump. 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 Let loose. Let loose. Let loose. Let loose. Don't sub me out. Come on. Let loose. Let loose. Drop, drop, brother. Drop, 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 drop. No, 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 no. Yes, my stop is tight, but I just want to see it go right now. Right now. There we go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep dropping, brother. All right, I'll take that. How about them apples? Duck soul. I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. Clay, what strategy is that? That's called the duck soul. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Bryn. Thanks, Neil. You did call out your due. That's true. I'm a billionaire in my hindsight. That's it? You're only a billionaire? That's kind of weak sauce, brother. Clay would make a good Lamaze. What's a Lamaze? Thank you. Come again. Oh man, it was right there. I'm like, come on, do it, and it did. It agreed. It came down. That was nice. Oh, birthing coach. I mean, yeah, I've had the experience 6 times. I mean, not I've been part of. You know what I mean. You logged in and Cletus. Oh, not Cletus. Don't slap. He spanks. Clay, will you trade for if I pay you 10%? No. No. That is one thing that I don't understand about hedge fund owners and stuff like that. Like, if I'm going to lose money, I'd rather have it just be my money. I don't think I could handle the pressure of, like, losing other people's money. I think it would just absolutely wreck me. Like, what is, like, if you're able to emotionally detach yourself from, like, other people, or isn't it like a sociopath or something? What, aren't all hedge fund owners maybe have a hint of sociopathedness? I'm working on my second million. Had to give up on the first. I meant the way you coaxed the trade. Oh, gotcha. I'm wondering if I try again, I might throw a short right here. Stop above the highs. Pretty basic premise. Private money managers, tough. Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how you can, like, mentally deal with that. Like, you'd almost have to be like, yeah, I don't care what happens. Just to keep yourself sane and not drive yourself insane, you'd think you'd almost have to just be like, yeah, I don't care about these people. I see it that way too. I'd rather lose your money. No, that's not what I said, you dent. I said if I'm going to lose money, I'd rather have it be my money, not somebody else's, because I would feel bad about that. But apparently, you got a little bit of sociopath in you, TA. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Oh boy, Duck Soul. Um. Well, the white line here represents the low of the day. So the price can never get below that white line. It'll just move lower like it's been doing. So we were putting in new lows for the day. Dang. Well, remind me to never visit your establishment to cut my hair. Well, you don't have a lot of hair. Okay, yeah. See, I beat you to the punch. Because you would have the mentality, who cares? If I accidentally slit this guy's throat, man, whatever. It's not my throat. That's crazy. Hey, Clay, what is your strategy? The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Because I am stupid. I'm very dented. So I need to just keep it very straightforward. I like candlesticks. I like some moving averages. I like some trend lines. And that's about it. I do not have any fancy terminology. I don't have any big words. But yeah, I use what I call the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm here to give you one more setup, then you will be good for the day. So pay attention. Oh, okay. Okay. I am on the edge of my seat. I thought I recognized that name for a reason, and now I remember. Exactly. The CRT method with WV sweeps. That's right, brother. Well, I don't know what to do here. This seems like a very dangerous knife to be catching, especially when we're not down any supports anymore. Um, but to also short right now seems like kind of a chase. All right, I'm going to short on a bounce, but I don't know how bouncy of a bounce I'm looking for. Buying at 450. All right, Greg, appreciate the 3 numbers. That's right. That is what the clay call's about. Clarity, the 3 numbers. Folks blow whole account in that last 200. I think I've cooked an account needing just 20 bucks more. I once had a 150K account and I got out of the trade and then I looked and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I was $1.50 short of my target. I'm like, am I seriously about to cook this account when I only needed $1.50 more? Thankfully, it was very anticlimactic. I made I made like $2. So there, you know. Would like a liquidity sweep lower and a reversal higher. Okay, well, that doesn't really mean anything. Do you have any numbers for us? Like, how do you make money from a liquidity sweep lower and a reversal higher? How do you make money from that, though? Oh, that's brutal. Cooked an account going for $10. Oh, man. The shorties have a home run now. Yeah, if they were able to hold. Oh, boy. Now we got people competing for records. Okay. Okay. How do you get the volume on the side? That's called the volume profile. And how did I do that? Here. And then right there, day volume profile. Yeah. Clay, you should have just, in hindsight, I should have just shorted, but does that not seem like a total chase from the short side? I'm glad I didn't go long, though, and try to catch a knife. I'm not too familiar with funded accounts. How many accounts have you been able to fund? Oh, I don't know. I've lost track. Dozens. Dozens. In other words, how many accounts have you passed and brought from the test phase to the pro phase? I mean, at this point, dozens. Down below the 50 EMA. Okay, reversion. Yeah, and that's fair, Philly. It sounds like you might need some confirmation, but as soon as you have an entry point, please give us that number along with the stop loss and then a target. So I understand you're waiting to see some short forms of confirmation. Fair enough. But as soon as you get this confirmation and get your entry, let us know that number. And also let us know where your stop would be as a number and where your target is as a number. Are you able to do that reversion? Because right now you're just saying a bunch of stuff. That sounds cool and intense, but those are just observations. So we need to narrow down those observations and make them practical. You bet. That's what I like to see right there. He's like, sure, I'll give you those 3 numbers. All right, what is it? Is the ES dropping too with all this? Oh, Duck Soul, it is. Although ES has not even put in a new low for the day yet. So yeah, it is definitely more intense. Okay, this might be a short here. We are very far away from the 21 EMA though, but liquidity down to 440 on the book. Okay, well, so how do you plan on making money from liquidity down to 440 on the book? How do you take that observation and turn it into a practical trade plan? That is my question. Yeah. Again, we are so far below the 21 EMA. So even getting short, yeah, it's bounced up a little bit, but hey, Southpaw, I will training well. Hey, good job. Way to get back. Just hit a 1 of 30 on another US 33K profit. All right, good job, Avex. On the fly, they failed to sweep. I took profits at the reversal. Okay. Well, around here, brother, congrats on the trade, but if you don't mind your next trade, give us the numbers like ahead of time. What you just did is like what we call a trust me bro trade plan. Again, we'll trust you in this situation, but also to be fair, this is the internet where people just say stuff. So trust me bros can only go so far. But yeah, next time, give us some numbers ahead of time, brother. I'm up 400 on my TPT eval locked myself. Good job, Dan. Oh no, you're fine, Abe. I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to Tess Chum. Well, I'm saying I do understand sometimes people need confirmation, but I'm saying though, as soon as you get confirmation and as soon as you get in, then let us know where your entry point was with your stop. Did gold move under 4? Yeah, what's gold doing? Not for my chart. Gold's not under 4,000. Am I the only one getting bad slippage today? I don't know. I guess I have not paid attention if I've had slippage or not. Any payouts with who are you asking that, Soul Train? It better not be me. Again, I'm saying, Tuss Chum. For your next trade, as soon as you get in, let us know that number, and then also let us know the stop and your target. That's all I'm asking. And then we can follow along and see how it turns out. DCA 5 more here. Uh-oh. Chump change is, it sounds like he's in a do or die. Dude is DCing A. Well, I don't even know if they're open to people in Indonesia. But yes, myself and many others here have been paid by them many times. You will get paid with Take Profit Trader. No, I was asking you to add 5. Why? Why would I listen to you? Who are you? I love this. I'm not trading anymore, but I'm going to start to tell other people what to do. Hey, how about you fire up another account and then I'll join you. That's always my favorite. I'm done for the day. Let me just go armchair quarterback and just run my mouth with other people. Those are my favorites. Oh, you're taking this trade? Oh, no, I'm done for the day. Oh, okay. Could see reversal now. Yeah, we could. It could also keep on plunging, brother. I just died in your arms tonight. Don't use prop accounts. Oh, well, you're missing out then, brother. Dang, you were missing out on some amazing ROIs. Wasn't telling you. You literally said DCA 5 more here. I need to remember English is not everybody's first language. So maybe chump change is English is like a second language where he doesn't realize that the epitome of telling somebody something is DCA 5 more here. That's literally you telling me to DCA 5 more here. Yes, as an opinion. Well, with all due respect, the amount of value I place on an opinion where the person giving the opinion is not taking the trade is minus 17. That is what I would call a worthless opinion. Here's my opinion. Oh, so you're willing to do something about it? Well, no. Long 449. Well, put yourself in my shoes, chump change. Again, chump change. Let's reverse situations. It's my opinion that stove is not hot. And then you're like, oh, so you're going to go touch the stove? No. Well, geez. If you're going to say, well, Clay, I don't think your opinion is that strong. Your opinion is the stove is hot, but you're not willing to touch the stove. You see what I'm saying, chump change? You know get what I'm getting at here, brother? You don't even have to apologize. I'm just, do you see where I'm coming from? Oh my, this thing just, all right, I'm going to try the knife catch here. Kind of a little maybe double bottom here at these lows, but only want to buy if it comes back up to the green line. Dangerous. Dangerous trade here. And it keeps dropping. So never mind. Pretty Catholic, you should know this by now. Please do not mention other people in this chat. Not because I think everybody else is a scammer, but because I don't know who the vast majority of other people are. So I don't want to risk having my chat serve as a funnel to funnel somebody to somebody that is potentially a clown. Again, that doesn't mean that all other people are clowns. I'm just saying over the years, I've always just kept my head down, done my own thing. So I don't know the vast majority of other people. All good, chump change. All good, brother. Hey, Jays. Yeah, I think everything is dumping right now. Where is Bitcoin at? Are we down to 59K yet? Oh, got kind of close. A little bit of a bounce here, though. Spot gold price is under. Oh, okay, gotcha. My investment portfolio is, yeah, I'm not, I will not be opening up any of my investment portfolios. This is pure speculation. What's oil doing? Is oil creeping up? Okay, if oil's creeping up, then I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. Okay, it's not. Never mind. I was going to say, this is almost like, do people know that we're about to get bad news? So people are slowly scaling out, hence pushing the prices down. But in order for that to make more sense, I would have assumed oil would be slowly creeping up. But oil is not slowly creeping up, so never mind. Well, I'm definitely not complaining about this action. I will take this action over what the live stream went through quite a while. I mean, we were in this channel for a couple hours during the live stream, but now we have some shatterization, right? All sideways channels are made to be shattered. And the shatterization, again, shatterization, happened right here, brothers. There it was. I guess you just get short. This thing only goes down. Previous cash close seems to be back in play for equities. Yeah. No equities for me. Well, unless in the category of investing, I don't mind stocks. Wow. Look at the 5 minute. 5 minutes says green. What's green? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think of the past 15 candles, one green. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the thing about RSI, which, again, I was there, and I'm not saying RSI is worthless. Don't get me wrong. But when people are like, RSI is an overbought or RSI is an oversold, it's like, true, but do you realize how long the RSI, can stay in a certain level? Or to Catlick's point, like how low it can get. Like RSI right now is single digits. How cool would it be though if like trading was that easy? You just wait for the RSI to get to overbought territory, and then you short, and then you wait for RSI to get to oversold territory, and then you buy. Dang, why can't trading be that easy? No, agreed. I'm just saying, A lot of newer people, they think it's a little bit easier than what it is. It technically does work that way as long as you give it enough time. Yeah, exactly. And that's why trading is hard. What is enough time? Therein lies the rub and what makes trading hard. What is enough time? Is it go short, code clay? Well, no, right now. Right now, this would be if you go long, you're probably getting ready to use code clay. If it comes around 250, you'll buy. Oh, Duck Soul. Oh, Duck. Okay, all right, all right. Let's all calm down. We finally have an. Okay, I got to do the Jocko trick. I need my pivot points. Stupid trade ovate. Hello? Come on, give me my pivots. Jocko, your trick's not working. Okay, it did not work this time. I don't think it worked. I don't see my pivots. All right, I'll have to use a. Oh, there it is. It did work. Okay. That's why I'm looking for a long right there. Pivot point right here, brothers. 320. 320. Maybe be interested in a long down there. Well, if I have to use 5 minute, I would, but I like to track things on the 2 minute. But yeah, I do have it on the 5 minute over there. Ooh, is this a short? Finally getting a bit of a bounce here. Oh, wait, I want more than one. I just died in your arms tonight. Why is that song in my head? Must have been something I said. My trade of 8 just, froze while in a trade. Oh boy. That makes me a little nervous. Okay. Seems as though mine is working fine. Seems being the key word. Did ES ever go to new lows? It did. It did. Goodness. All right. All right. Do I try along here? Double bottom. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. I'm going to cancel this out for now. I will try double bottom down here. Hopefully I don't die in the arms of the market. Oh, I just died in you. Preparing for a long. All right. Tanat, you either give us numbers or I'm sending you on an all expense paid trip to the VIP room. Can you do that, Tanat? Do you know what numbers are, brother? Preparing for a long. That means nothing. Where are you preparing for a long? What's your entry? I'm preparing for a long. Right there. There it is. There's my number right there. 367.50. What's your number, Tanat? Long setup forming. Why do I have this sneaky suspicion that this dude's never going to give us any numbers? Why am I getting that vibe? Like literally the low of the day, heyo, or below the low of the day? Surely you don't mean your stop loss is literally at the low of the day. I would assume you mean slightly below the low of the day. Or do you literally mean the stop loss is the low of the day? Little bit below. Okay, this is why you need to give numbers, because nobody knows what little bit below is. How do you define little bit? That's why, my friend, if you just give us the stop loss as a number, it's very black and white. We have ultimate clarity. But right now, we don't have clarity because nobody knows what little bit is. Nobody knows how you define little bit. So could you give us a number? 350. Thank you, sir. See, now it's black and white. There we go. Tenet is training for now. Tanat? Yeah, that dude is his name should be Tadent, not Tanat. Should be Tadent. I'm waiting for him to show up and be like, all right, yep, there we go. There's my long right there. Yep, I'm long right there. Oh, how convenient. Trust me, bro. That's where I got long. That was my long setup that I was preparing for. V-shape, I doubt it. Again, if anybody ever asks, do you think a V-shape's going to occur? Just say no. The odds are in your favor that you'll be right. First bear flag forming. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, something like that. Fair enough. Pretend Clay is your broker and you are giving him an order. How hard is that? Yeah, I know, Rambo. It's crazy. It makes sense, though, because there are cults out there, and these cults revolve around ambiguity that allow you to sound smart, but nobody can really ever hold you down, which is how the cult leader can essentially always be right. Because you can never really nail him down. Oh, yeah, that's true. I am the chosen one today. That's true. Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. Okay, I'm trying to short right there. Yeah, they're called noobies. They are. Reversal incoming after pivot point liquidity CP. Dave, dude, you say that in front of a bunch of other new traders, they're gonna look at you and bow before your feet. Oh, you are old, chump change. I do. That is crazy. Yeah, you've been around a while then, brother. Well, then, Pretty Catholic, that's a very easy solution. Those people can wait until they get filled, and then they can just let us know. Hey, I just got filled here. My stop loss is here. My target's there. So yeah, it's not. I hear what you're saying, and that's fair, but it's not like it's an unworkable solution. This thing is printing 80-point dojis. I know, brother. A lot of walnuts cracking out there. We are in a range from 1 to 30. Yes, we are. We're in like a 8,000 point range right now. So AMS, I see you still. Pam was not able to convince you of anything. It's a shame. It is a shame that you will not commit to yourself, brother. 740 payout above around 700 from payout. Oh, you got this. No problem, Ty. You got it. Don't even think about it, brother. You just keep trading. Looking for a short right there. Hi, Clay. I'm moving to a live account. Losing any different live from here. Just trade it like you've been. You seem to have some sort of strategy that's working, so just keep up with that. I'm trying to learn trading, and I've seen people post on Instagram of them constantly hitting 5-figure months and some sick. Yeah, a lot of it is fake, but it is possible. But just because something is logically possible does not mean that it's easy or anything like that. So a lot of it is fake, but is all of it fake? No. And there's nothing illogical about, there's nothing illogical about it. But just because something's logically possible does not mean that it's, easy or anything like that. But yes, trading income, it can be nice. Oh my goodness, AMS, your excuses are such a joke. If I can just hit you between the eyes. Reason number one, you've been hanging around here for like 3 months now. Do you really think I'm that big of a scumbag? Reason number two, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee anyways. So if you get it and you regret it because you're not learning anything, then you'll get your money back. So with all due respect, you have the worst excuses I've ever heard. Just say that you're not willing to commit or be serious about things. I'd respect that a whole lot more. Stop lying to yourself. Thank you for this public service announcement. No, okay, let me fully steel man the argument. But Clay, just because you say you offer a 30-day money back guarantee, that could be part of the scam. You could just say, hey, joke's on you. Sorry. Okay, fine, fair. Then buy with your credit card. And then when I try to do that to you, you will be able to take a screenshot of my terms of service, which says I offer a 30-day money back guarantee. You can submit that to your credit card company and file a dispute. And guess what? You'll get your money. I don't know about him. Uh-oh. All right. Ban time. Successful losers. Out of here. Hey, unkillable Soul Train. You're getting closer and closer to going to the ban button. Don't be spamming other people here. I literally just said, don't do that, please. And then you went and did it. Out of long at break even. All right, Heyo, I appreciate it. You gave 3 numbers. That was good. Bandcamp, I like that. Oops, my bad. Yeah, I'll just assume that you're fighting off a python right now over in Indonesia. Correct, Curran. Yeah. I don't even know how many people still offer money back guarantees, but like I believe in what I offer. The mentorship has been around since 2013. I believe in it. Well, what's your proof of that? A money back guarantee, which you have in writing, which if I try to play any funny games with that, you just file the dispute. You say, hey, here's the guy's policy. He's not living up to his policy. And there you go. You will win the dispute easily. Yeah, most people don't offer it because their courses are garbage, especially in this day and age with AI. Try that as a short, right? Up a little bit more. Let's try that. Bitcoin new low. Okay, let's check out Bitcoin as we've been tracking it. Oh, docs. Oh, it is. All right, blue line. Will it just complete? Do I have an order out? I think I have an order out right now. Okay, I got to be careful, but I want to watch Bitcoin too. Are we about to see a big old plunge? Are there a bunch of stops hiding down there? Yeah, I would have liked the double bottom there if it continued to come down. I would have probably taken a swing at it, AJ. You're still analyzing. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. And I'm trying to play bear pennant here. Ooh, do I wait for confirmation now? No. Yes, I'm talking to myself. Oh, you dirty rat. See, this is why trading's hard. You got to get the entry points right, too. Broad ideas, not good enough. Blue line represents... I'm sitting on hands, but I want to short it, then short it, Neil. Also believes in it so much. There will never be on... Yeah, I can't quite say I do the whole, let's overprice something a whole lot and then offer 90% sales on it. I want to get out so bad, but I'm almost out of toilet paper. Dude, well, I guess that's fair. You have not gotten your payout yet. Once you get your big payout today, to Costco you go. Hello, there we go. That was definitely delayed in showing up. There's kind of the key resistance I'm watching. You're about to answer it and then stop. Yeah. Because I was playing along with what I was assuming. That was like a rage bait joke, right? Like if you don't, Philly, if you don't know what that blue line represents, you're banned for life, forever. I thought that was a joke. Oh, on Bitcoin. I thought you meant the, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like once I get my order filled on this platform and it turns blue. That's what blue line I thought you were talking about. That's why I did that just because I thought you were just messing around. Oh, I see. Okay, on Bitcoin. See, that's why I'm telling you, chatters, please just give context. On Bitcoin, what is that blue line? Then this could have all been avoided. That's just the low. That is the low from, let me pull up the daily chart. Right here. So that's why I'm wondering, are we about to see a bunch of stops get triggered here from longs? Wow. As of now, no. Ooh, docs. Oh, is that a long? Are we about to get long Bitcoin? Fake break, back up. Why are people trading Bitcoin? Look how slow. What a piece of garbage. Please stop day trading crypto. Anybody here that day trades crypto? I'm telling you right now, there are better ways. There are better ways where you don't have to watch paint dry. All right, have a good one, Soul Train. It's not blue, it's an ocean color. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's more like magenta. Clay, magenta's not blue at all. I know. Hello? That is a Monka S for sure. Bitcoin futures have crap commissions, though. Well, no, I'm not saying to trade Bitcoin futures. I'm just saying don't trade crypto at all. Come to futures and trade the markets that have a lot of volume. AKES, NQ, GC, are you with me? Oh, yeah. Hey, Zaria, good to see you. Don't cry for me, Argentina. It's garbage. It's Bitcoin. Day trading Bitcoin is garbage. You're never going to convince me. When you have futures in a prop firm compared to Bitcoin, garbage. Garbage. Magenta, like from Rocky Horror Picture. That reference goes. I have heard of Rocky Horror Picture Show, but that one goes over my head. Stochastic is showing possible beginning of reversal. Roger that. In the last 5 hours, Bitcoin has dropped from 62 to, Bitcoin. What? Why is Bitcoin dropping right now? Was there like some sort of news out? Wait, I think the dollar is booming right now. Get ready for me to potentially sing the national anthem. We got to check on the US dollar. Come on, brother. Show me new highs, brother. Oh, say can. Oh, my. That's America right there. That's right there. That's what strong economies look like right there. Let's go US dollar. That's what I love to see. We need a bald eagle just flying across the top of the screen. Picture this as a bald eagle just flying over here. Love to see it. That is the ultimate economic indicator right there. In my opinion, that is the ultimate economic indicator. How strong, how is a country's currency doing? Yeah, metals are down too. Love to see it. There's nothing that warms my heart better than the US dollar being strong. All right, we are, if this is some sort of new range, we're kind of right in the middle of it. I think the crypto dump is to shake people out before. Yeah, maybe it's just leftover knowledge, but that's got too many penny stock message board vibes. The shakeout. Oh, this is just a shakeout because of blah. Yeah, you might be right. Keeping the West valid, you might be right, but I have become so jaded and I can do nothing but scoff at any sort of logic. That you just gave me a flashbacks. I feel like I'm back on iHub, back in like 2009 right now. Clay, is NQ bear flagging? Well, you're gonna have to give me a time frame, good sir. That is true. That is a fair correlation. I am all for that correlation. My loins love that correlation. If oil is dropping and the US dollar is going up, that's a good day. That is a good day for America. It's a good day for America. On the 5 minute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'd call that what did you say? Flag? I'd probably nitpick and say a pennant, but we're close to saying the same thing. Technically, a flag has an upwards channel, but there's really no upwards channel here. We more so have just this flat across the top with the angle, hence the pennant. Check the VIX. What's the VIX doing? I would assume VIX is probably pretty high right now. Fear level's a little bit higher on the day. That's the thing. Like the fact that you think the fact that you think you're around for GME makes you old. I guess you're kind of old, but man, time flies. But like GME seems like yesterday. Like I assure you, that talk was. Who remembers iHub? Anybody here with experience on iHub? Like if you're on iHub, you know that the talk about squeezes and naked shorts and blah 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 blah, shakeouts and blah, 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 blah. Market makers. Oh my God. Oh, I got to get short here. Doggone it. I missed it. That was good. Okay. We might still have it right at the 21 EMA, top of the range. What am I doing? Okay. Yeah. So you were around even before GME. So yeah, you know that lingo. But to your point, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people picked up that lingo during those times. Buy Clay, ended up green. Have a go. All right. Hey, have a good one, JB. JBS. Congrats on your day. Yeah, I mean, ascending triangles are part of a bear pennant, but you have to factor in that you have kind of a pressure weighing down on the ascending triangle because it's occurring in a downtrend, which is what makes it a bear pennant. I'd much rather have an ascending triangle occurring in an uptrend. Is that the short right there? You chose poorly? Man, that sounds like it's your first loss in about the past 3 months, Neil. I cannot remember the last time you've lost. I lose the damn. Okay, I thought you like always won. All right. I don't want to take it on this candle, but this candle's almost done. So ideally, this candle stays above the line. This next candle hits the line. No, no, no. No, come back up. Come back up, Cletus. All right, do I play the back test? Oh, man, it's just not going to care or what? See, the trend took your ascending triangle cam and spit in its face. Come on, Cam, you're better than that, boy. Oh, algorithmic. He remembers iHub. I don't loose. That doesn't make any sense, James. You got to delete an O for that sentence to make sense. Right now it says, I don't loose. I decide not to win. DRYS. Let's go, Dave. I remember DRYS. Yeah, there is that time where the shipping companies were booming. I don't even know if DRYS is around anymore, though. Dry ships, man. Blast from the past. You're old too, brother. GRCW. Was that a pot stock? Should have hold off on the Python. Yeah, I'd never gotten a Monty Python. I've seen a couple. I never quite got it. I don't know. Yeah. I know some people. It was a pot stock, yeah. Is StockTwit still around? Oh, they're around. I remember iHub. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm still the most followed person on iHub, by the way. I have not been there for a while. Is that the case? Let's see. Let's see, Duck Soul. Let's see. Popular? Most followed members. How many members they got these days? Or let's do this first. Let me pad my ego a little bit. Huh? What? What is that? Okay, wait a second. Wait, what just happened? What did I do to irritate them? Am I banned? Do I like not have? Wait a second. Where's my profile? How do I get to my profile? Profile. Yeah, followers, 9,888. Then you come over here. What the world? Site stats. What are the stats on this site? Registered members, 800, I can't even say numbers, 883,627. That's the number of members. Most followed members. What the heck? Oh, I know why, because I gave them a piece of my mind in a text. Oh, they did not like that. Dang. Well, they didn't ban me. I'll give them that. That's messed up. So anyways, notice who they're saying number one, 6,400. The heck? How did I get to my profile? Right there, followers. 9,000. What a crock. Look at this. I started it back in 2 days after Christmas, 2006. There it is. That's when now that's not exactly when I got, but again, I tell people, yeah, I got my start back in 2006, going on 20 years, but there it is right there. Look at that, favorite movie. There it is. Person I'd like to meet, William Wallace. This is the great quote. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. What a great quote. Dude, that's wild. That's crazy. They just flat out booted me from the list. Dang. Basically, what was it? I can't remember now, but they were like, I was doing something, and then they're like, hey, you need to do this, this, and this. I'm like, well, but that's not in your rules. And then eventually they replied, and I replied back. I'm like, listen, I can't remember what I said. I guess I could look it up, but it doesn't matter. But apparently they did not like my reply, which was based heavily in logic. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. You are literally changing rules that aren't there. Well, yeah, because I used to post here. Oh, I deleted it. Yeah, because I would post my video charts way back when I did video charts, and a lot of them I would use it like, so it's not, It's not what you think it is. Like, those aren't all individual thought out posts. The Lucid merch says on the tag, made from 100%. That's funny. That's like, what the heck? That's like deceitful. Like, that is not an accurate list. That's totally not an accurate list. That is wild. Just, I mean, what else do you call that? What do you call something where I just showed they're making a claim? Here are the most followed members. And then I just showed you something where I'm like, well, like, what do you call that? Where a claim is made and then something else is shown that shows that the claim being portrayed is not true. Like, what do you call that? Hey, Dean, I can tell you don't have a business bone in your body. You want to know how? The fact that you think my blood pressure is high right now shows that you don't have a business bone in your body. Well, I don't know. I'll give you the quiz. Would you like a quiz to figure out if you have any business bones in your body? No, I want to give you. Yeah, I don't want to use a word, but that is quite, yeah. Ooh, ooh. Uh, yeah. I mean, I'm active enough. Okay, here is the business. Here's a quiz question to figure out if you have if you have a business bone in your body. Okay, and if you don't, that's okay. I don't have an artistic. Now, I didn't say autistic. I said artistic. I don't have a single artistic bone in my body. Some people don't have any business sense at all. Okay, but here's a question. If you think my blood pressure is high, it's not. And here's the clue. Read the bottom right-hand corner. And that's all I'm going to say. If you cannot connect those two dots, that is okay. You don't have a business bone in your body. And you know what? That's fine. But there you go. There's the quiz. I've given you enough information to figure out if you have a business bone in your body or not. No, I'm not. There's no need to insult you. I'm trying to help you out. Realize if you actually think my blood pressure is high right now, I wish I had I should get one of those heart monitors cuz my heart is not beating hard at all. I am sweaty, but that's cuz I'm stuck in this this closet with no circulation. There are certain things that trigger me. But even when I'm triggered, am I actually as triggered as what I portrayed to be? Again, I'm not going to answer that other than saying your clue is the bottom right-hand corner. And if you're like, Clay, that does not help me out at all. That's okay. That's okay. That would just mean you don't have any business bones in your body. And that is perfectly okay. All right, maybe a short up here on this yellow line. You can have an indicator in the live stream of your heart, blood pressure. That would be funny. But I'm trying to build a house right now, man. I can't. One of those things is probably like a piece of drywall. I'm choosing the piece of drywall. Hey, good old Jason. I love the West Coast, folks. It's 2:00 p.m. Eastern, and this brother's showing up saying good morning. Is it even morning? Yeah, I guess it's still 11 o'clock. So technically speaking, that holds up. Ooh, ooh. Oh, docs. All right, I have to do it. I'm doing it. If that comes down there, I'm getting short. What a nasty rejection. Let's see if the nasty can continue. Yeah, it's 11 here. Okay. It's just time zones are a weird thing. All right, going to try for an entry there. Let's see if we can get a rejection off of the 21 EMA. Look, rejection, rejection, rejection. Fake breakout. Let's see if it goes back to acting as a rejection point. As of now, not looking so, but let's see. Let's see. Next question is, do I want to try a short up around there? Okay, maybe I'm about to get filled here. That red line turns blue, I'm in. I'm in. Come on. Another push. Another push. Another push. It did quickly go in my favor, but I was really hoping that movement would have kept on dropping in my favor, but it slammed on the brakes, and here we are. Come on. Come on. Let's play ball. Okay, don't want to play ball. Okay. Hey, thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. It says my followers are 11. Huh. Yeah, who knows what's going on. With Investors Hub, that is. Come on. Blue line is my entry. Do I want to add? I think I might outfancy. I think I'm outfancying myself if I were to add, if it were to come back down here. So I'm going to pass on that. Use code Clay. Thank you, Base Hits. Appreciate that. You're feeding hungry children. You are a good man. Come on. Trying to make up its mind. Oh, she's already there? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's my wife. Oh, yeah, I probably won't make it then, period. Still live streaming right now. Come on, brother. This is... I should lighten the load. All right, I'm down to 3 now. I don't know if this is going to work out, so I'll go with 3. And that way, if I get stopped out, at least it's... there we go, Doc Soul. Come on, Doc Soul. Dump it, Doc Soul. Why does this guy keep saying Docs? Because that's what the strategy is. All right, take another one out. Okay, I got 2 left. Still will be a losing trade, but at least it'll only be on 2 contracts now instead of 5. But I've kind of lost hope. I've lost faith, but I could be wrong. So in the event I'm wrong, at least I can still enjoy the party with 2 contracts. I could have just walked, but it's... at least you're kind of having a sense of humor about it. Hit me. Put my next target down there. Now, if this thing does come down, I'll be very upset at myself for losing faith in it. Because I was like, oh man, I could have 5 right now. And instead I only have 2. But yeah, again, that is all hindsight. Yeah, I'm going to come after and finish up sweeping. Yeah, I do. In all actuality, I feel just fine about how I acted. Like, it really seems kind of like a 50-50 at this point. Um, so that's why I wanted to reduce. I'm doing some risk management via just simply position size control. And how much wiggle room do I want to give this thing? I'm thinking about, I should have my stop up here, but like, I don't know. Do I just put it right there and minimize? Yeah, I don't know. I'm about to take out another one and I might just end the trade. I don't know if I feel like sitting here for the next. All right, I'm out. I'm out. You may now dump. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, she got the check. Just a minute. Don't forget to give him the check. My ego does want to see this thing come up through here. That way I look smart for managing it the way I did. So that's full disclosure. That's my full ego disclosure. I admit that's what my ego wants to see happen. I want to look smart in front of all you baboons. I want you to look at me and say, this is the most beautiful, smart baboon I've ever seen. Don't dump, I'm long. No, I like I said, my ego wants to see it go up. So no offense to those of you that are maybe short. I'm not rooting against you. I'm rooting for my ego. Dang. All right, well. Now, to be fair, I did not know if that was going to happen or not. It just was not quite feeling right. Okay, I got it. Stop, Clay. Here we go. Maybe another trade here. Short at the 21 EMA on the 5-minute. What is that level? That level is 510. 510. Where's 510 at? We'll go right there. Okay, looking for a short. Again, this kind of seems random on the 2-minute, and it sort of is, but again, this is based on the 5-minute. Oh, no. Oh, are you really going to do that to the longs? I'm assuming there are some longs that got long here because, and I can see why. It broke the range. Are you going to just dump on them now? You're not that mean today, are you? You're not that mean. Are you seriously going to be that much of a savage? I am watching that, Daniel. I don't know if I trust it enough, but yeah. Getting long here. Whoa, sha. Oh my, look at this. The 50 SMA. Look at that thing. Look at me. Finally, yeah, it took a while to break it. Again, that purple line, because I'm sure is the 50 SMA, not EMA, SMA. Cool, period. Abby's over there right now meeting up with the electrician, period. You'll probably see her. What about the 50 ZMA? Is that actually a thing? There's actually several moving averages that I never even heard of. I'm glad I'm not there. So Jimbo from the chat just texts. He must be in the area. He's like, hey, I'm gonna swing over by the house. Oh my goodness. Ah! I am totally armchair quarterbacking. So disclaimer across the bottom of the screen. This live streamer, this baboon is about to go into live or hindsight analysis mode. Okay. But in my credit, you did hear me talk about these levels ahead of time, and then I kind of got distracted. You cannot make that stuff up. Again, am I saying that 21 EMA is a magical level? I'm not. But am I saying that you should at least experiment with it? Just do at least a little bit of experimentation. I am saying that. Look at that. Look at that. And then the 50 SMA. Look at that. I'm waiting on a train in Melcher, Dallas. Dang. So the internet's good enough out there for you to still be streaming? Dirty. Oh my dogs. And then look where it bounces down here. Off the 21 EMA in the 2 minute. All right, that's it. I'm going to start selling the 21 EMA as an indicator. $9.97. I'll sell you the 21 EMA. EMAs are the same as the RSI. Wait, stop, Dean. Are you telling me there's no absolutes in the market? Is that what you're saying? I think Dean is going crazy on us. I think Dean is trying to argue that there are no absolutes. You sound very... What are you talking about? There are no guarantees? What? Who is this guy? I've never said on this live stream there are no guarantees. I've never once said those words. Dean is crazy. Yes, Jim, if you just randomly show up, Abby's going to be like, what is this guy doing here? Clay, you did a great job on a tough day. Well, thank you, dork. That's his name. That's his name. I hate your name. You always make me sound like such a jerk. I got to just start to call you Total. Thank you, Total. That sounds so weird, though. Total? Like, that's just like me saying random words. Oh, you know, that just, it just reminded me of, where's Moogie been? Who remembers Moogie? That dude hasn't been around for a while. Remember the dummy and, yeah. Dummy Dum Dum was here earlier. And then there was another guy. He got me to say it once, but his screen name is I'm very stupid. So the one time I addressed his full name, I'm like, I'm very stupid. I'm like, wait a second. You just got me. You just cooked me. I kind of miss Andrew and his... Yeah, he was here, I want to say 3 weeks ago. Like, he'll sporadically show up, tell us how much money he's making, and then he kind of just disappears. To be fair, maybe he's making a bunch of money. I don't know. No, don't do that to the Jays. That was funny. The one time he got me once. Then I started to call you I'm very. If another setup forms today, I'll be able to take my first payout. Now, Titan, I'm not. I think you're assuming. I don't think this is what you're saying. I'm not sure you're saying though your setup is 100% guaranteed, right? Just because a setup forms doesn't mean it's gonna work. Or are you saying, Titan, no, my setup is that good. If I get a setup, I'm making money. Therefore, I'm taking my first payout. Long 502. Hey, revenge to the mean. You said way back when you were going to give us 3 numbers, and you just gave us 3 numbers. Appreciate that, brother. Nothing but respect. Even if it doesn't work out, nothing but respect. Where's your target at? 600. Oh, this boy is he wants to see this thing get moving. Where's your stop at? 432? Huh? That's a big old. Oh, I guess it's not that big. Yeah, today is just very volatile. Hey, Tom. 578. Let's go. Is that your target, Greg? I vaguely remember 578 from one of your trade plans. Mike Hunt? Yeah, Mike Hunt? Yeah, what about it? Crazy how blowing up one account can completely change my approach to risk. I have not had the coconut yet. Listen, everybody. I am an idiot. Like, I am truly a moron. But I'm not as big of a moron as what some of you seem to think I am. There's a reason why I said it very slow, you dented baboons. Just when I think that I am the king baboon, some of you are like, hold my beer, I'm going to go for that mantle. Yes, I'm aware of what he's doing, you dented baboons. Hence why I said it slow. Holy smokes, some of you are trying to take the mantle of being a bigger idiot than I am, and I'm a very big idiot. Oh my goodness. Clay, he's trying to get you to say some. Yes, and my dad's name is Seymour Butts. Goodness. I appreciate it though. Some of you have taken it to heart that I'm a moron, and I appreciate your guys trusting me when I say that I'm a moron. Dean. Although this is not anything, this is something where I will pay you. I'll give you my net worth of 75 cents. If anybody can say, and again, you're not going to say anything bad. It's just literally impossible to do. Toy boat. Saying that very quickly 5 times in a row, impossible. Impossible. Toy boat 5 times very, very quickly, impossible to do. It's crazy. No, I didn't say toy boy. I said toy boat. Dude, that's what my wife calls me. What does that mean? Well, okay, no, it's reversed. Well, my wife is like, get over here, boy, toy. What does that even mean? I don't know. I'm like, babe, I'm not a toy. I'm a human being. My arm candy. Oh, yeah, see? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, my wife says some things to me. I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean you don't like me? You just like my biceps. What's that supposed to mean? What do you mean? If it weren't for those butt cheeks sculpted out of a fine granite, you would have left me years ago. What's that supposed to mean? I don't know. Sometimes I get the impression that my wife just likes me because of my beauty. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe. It's weird. When you put in the pool, you'll be the pool. Yeah, that's right. I will be the pool boy. Well, she's a great no, no. If you want to ever be accused of being the most honest person, all you got to do is say, as you look at me, that guy looks like a Greek god. And then it'd be like, wow, this guy speaks the truth. Tony. Reminds me of that politician that got in trouble with named Anthony. But that was a real name. Can you imagine? Like, how does that? How do you like? Okay, what's the epistemology? What's the study of words? I don't think that's epistemology, is it? What is epistemology? Okay, now epistemology. Epistemal. What is that? No, that's epistemology. What is epistemology? What is the study of words? Epistemology. There we go. What is epistemology? Relates to the branch of philosophy concerned with nature, origin, scope, and limits of human knowledge. Okay, I don't think that's the word. Like the history of words. That's what I'm asking for. What is the history of words? Etymology? Anyways, what is the etymology of wiener? How does somebody end up with the name wiener? A serious question. You would have thought at some point something happened in the English language and they're like, okay, we got to do a name change. Maybe linguistics, but that's not. Just past your street. Yeah. Well, Abby will be glad you made that decision. You're like, yeah, like a wiener schnitzel? Lexicology? I never heard. That's not the term I was thinking. Lexicology. By the way, if I Google something and it comes up that's something that my kids cannot see, you will be banned so quick. The study of the form, meaning, and use of words. Okay, I never heard of it. Okay, see, I'm learning. I'm learning today. Did you ever hear of the NASCAR driver? Is that a real name? Which, by the way, kind of random, but one of the greatest songs ever, Johnny Cash, Boy Named Sue. I heard it yesterday, and man. No. No, I'm not going to draw. No. Because I don't want to ban some of you guys. Because I am actually being serious. If I were to Google something and then it comes out and I start to see images or stuff that could threaten if one of my kids is in the room, you will be banned. So that's why I don't want to Google this, because I'm getting the vibe, but some of you are about to do that. And I don't want to ban you. Oh, really? Okay, I'll trust you. What is it called? Try pop. Okay. Try pop. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, you are not lying. Trypophobia is an intense, irrational aversion, disgust, or fear triggered by seeing clusters of small, tightly packed holes or bumps. Commonly triggers include honeycombs, lotus seed pot. That's crazy. And then also Big John. Who sings Big John? Oh, Big Bad John. Who is that? Is that Johnny Cash too? Oh, that's Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean, Big John. Have some tissues next to you. And then Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash. Classics. But if you do Jimmy Dean, Big Bad John, make sure to have some tissues. If you do not develop a tear, if a tear does not stream down your face listening to Big John, you are not human. Is that Bill Pineda? Like his former Ace Trades. Bill, I think that was the name. Bill Pineda? Was that his like sidekick in the chat? Is that Big Mike I'm thinking of? Big Mike from iHub? Did he have an account on iHub? If yes, is this another scammer? Let's see. Maybe I'll answer it and we'll have some fun. How to understand who you called you. Oh, too late. You should listen to Hurt by Johnny Cash. Will I cry though? Will I weep? Oh, cry. Okay. I don't know if I'm in that kind of mood right now. Hurt is one of the best. Oh boy. By Johnny Cash? Okay, Johnny Cash. All right. Oh boy. Should I listen to it right now? Should we listen to it together? Or would that be awkward if I start to cry in front of everybody? Oh, there it is. Oh boy. Oh boy. You will definitely cry hard if you're hurt. If you heard Hurt by him, it's a cover. Oh boy. You never heard of Okay. Question for the room. Did any of you get the impression that I've never heard of Johnny Cash? Or did you get the impression that I've never heard the Johnny Cash song Hurt? Legendary, the hole you have dug for yourself after your Treadline comment only continues to get bigger and bigger, my friend. Just stop digging, dude. Stop. All right, Ace. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. You knew the season. He did very shortly after. It is basically. Oh my goodness. It sounds like you guys are setting me up to weep like a. Trent Reznor first heard Johnny Cash's Hurt. He said it's now Johnny's. Okay, yeah. Trent Reznor, I will say I've never heard of that name. My job is to transfer wealth from my employer to my landlord. So the question becomes, how do you either become the employer or the landlord? How do you make that happen, Dean? That is the question. The Jays, I don't know. The legendary poor guy told me like he was complaining because my tread line had like a 47-degree tilt to it, and he's like, that's not valid. It's supposed to be 46.32. That's not a valid tread line, you idiot. That's a 47-degree. It's supposed to be 46.3. That's one of those comments that will live in infamy. Is that the Freemasons you just described there? Crazy. Look at that. Right off that line there, brother. A pizza baboon. Legendary, is this a proper tread line or no? No, Clay. Technically, it's supposed to have a slight little angle. It's supposed to look like that, Clay. There you go. That's the proper tread line there, brother. I'll give the legendary bowel movement I gotta steal that. I think that's what I gotta call you. The legendary bowel movement. At least you have a sense of humor. I will always give credit's due. If you can laugh when I'm giving you a hard time. Instead of, you're so mean, I'm out of here. Who gave it? I got it. Who? That is not me. Who said that? Who was that? I stole that from, but I think that's going to stick now. Who are you? Who said? Who made the comment about the ledger? I can't find the comment anymore. But that's pretty good. Oh, the Jays. The Jays. He is the legendary. Okay, that's true. That's actually a good name. Yeah, the legendary bowel movement, or is keeping the. It could be the legendary black man. What else could it be? That's what I mean. It's actually a clever name. The legend. What else could it mean? Black man, bowel movement. The legendary blueberry muffin. Could be legendary blueberry muffin. Benchmark, yeah. Oh, that's true. The legendary Big Mama. Black Mamba. Baby Mama. Burger Man. Oh my goodness, dude is cooking. And then we have Junkie, just jumping right into the mix with something that's a little bit more on topic. Big Mac, that's good. Oh, man, hilarious. Well, hey, if you are enjoying, if you have enjoyed, if you want to help support the stream, as this is completely viewer supported, maybe one day we'll get some sponsorships, and this part is not that important. But as of now, it is important if you want to help the stream to not only stay ad-free, but to just flat out continue. Code Clay, all caps, that is case sensitive, so it's got to be Clay in all caps. With any of these prop firms, you'll save yourself some money, whatever the current promotions are at any of these prop firms. That is what Code Clay will give you. I recommend, I love Take Profit Trader. But I understand everybody's at maybe different spots in their journey, different goals. So any of these prop firms, like I said, Code Clay, all caps, will give you their discounts, save yourself some money. So it's a good win-win. You're saving yourself money. You're also helping to support the stream and keep it ad-free. So for everybody that has used Code Clay, thank you very much. You are the reason why it's ad-free and why I show up every morning, or every late morning, we'll call it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it good. A fun stream. Started off a little sketchy with the Sideways channel, but then got some good movement here. So I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. So on your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be great. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Usually I show up early. Latest I'll be here, though, is 11 a.m. Eastern. But if you want to know exactly when I go live, then make sure to turn on those notifications. So that is all I have for you. Thank everybody for being here. I'll see you back tomorrow. And yeah, take care. Have a good rest of your day. Code Clay, all caps. Take care. Have a good one.